Alright, cool. Yes, we're here. We're back again. En route to clarity. The jaw out. Me, myself, Agent X. We have everybody in the house as usual.
Boop, boop, boop.
Big up yourselves. Yes, back. We got the co-host Jay, Princess Bim.
Hi.
Big up Big Mac truck in the background.
Jesse.
You know what I mean? Yeah. We're here again. Myself, Agent X.
Good evening.
Yeah, evening. How's everybody doing? Everybody alright?
Yeah, good. How you, man?
Good. Everybody
Good.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
been one of
man,
those
yeah.
days, but good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
let's
man.
not get started. Yeah, starting fresh now.
You sure?
Yes.
Alright, cool. You
Until
will
I
start
find
out, yeah?
the topic.
You will start out, yeah? Alright.
I like your
Yeah.
outfit, by the way, and your glass.
Thank you. Yeah, I have
Yeah,
to represent
promotion.
myself. You know,
Promotion.
no one represents more than yourself.
That's
so-
right. That's right. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Self-promotion is the best promotion. Apparently. I don't do any, so you know what I mean?
Yet.
Tells you what product. Tell you what my product's saying, innit? You know what I mean?
It's
But
quality
yeah.
speaks for itself.
Yeah, I'm like Primark. Do you know what I mean? We don't advertise. You know what I mean?
Nothing wrong with that. You know,
Mm,
pre-marché.
well,
Hello.
you know what I mean, some people say we don't have to. But yeah. So, separate from all of that, kind of get the gist of the stuff we do around here. We're going to ask another question. Start the debate quite early,
Yeah.
as we don't have to do any kind of
Breaking in.
yeah. Well,
Pause.
steady on, mate.
Bit full force in it.
Yeah, less said about that, the better. But yeah, so anyway, so today, the subject matter will be freedom of speech. And the question is, or will be, do we have it? Do we have freedom of speech? In fact, we'll throw 3 questions out there. Do we have it? Is it an inalienable right? Or is it a luxury afforded to some?
I think it's a luxury afforded to some. I feel like there's like a chart from let's say 0 to 100, and depending on what country you're from, is depending on how free your speech is. From what I've seen,
Okay.
it's one of the privileges.
I
think
agree
we've
with that
got
as well.
living in England, that
Yeah.
our speech is is freer
Yeah.
than most places. Not saying that we got completely free speech here neither,
Okay.
but you can diss the government if you want. Certain countries, you say something cheeky about the
Yeah.
government, they come into your yard
Yeah. It's true.
because the man at a bar told them.
You
know
know,
what I mean?
man, grass you up. You know?
Yeah, some guy at the bar told the government officials that he was talking against that party,
Yeah.
and they come and kill that guy. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that.
You just disappears in
Yeah.
the middle of the night.
Assassinate you one time. It's like looking at a clock now. Oh, where's that guy? He's
He
meant to
just-
come in around this time.
You know
Like,
what I'm saying? He thinks he's ordinary.
Yeah.
Let me just touch on something you said. You said our speech is freer.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you make that differentiation? Why did you say our speech is free?
Because there is a degree of, like, if we're talking free, like 100% free.
What free is free? Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. We know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we all know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then, would you mean
Yeah.
freer?
Oh, because you
See
know
if you
what,
got it or you ain't.
do you know what? Funny enough, yeah. When I to the example I just made, that's just like generally free, innit? They're like that. They're not free to. They don't feel free to speak. You know, like we have a more of a space to feel free, but I feel like people still worry about what people are gonna say more,
That's it.
and that's where I
So
think
the
like,
free
places like
comes
here,
in.
Yeah, it's free, but like people are still, you know what I mean, like controlled by other people's opinions and how much people it's gonna offend, and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? More than them getting arrested.
Okay.
That's a good
Okay.
point.
Okay. Yes, to a degree, I'd agree. But when you look at like things like whistleblowers
Yeah.
and things like that, maybe not so much. Because I mean, I think the way things are done in this country is different.
Yeah. Definitely.
So again, like I say, it's not that people don't have fears. You see what I mean?
No, it's not that they don't have fears. It's just that you can say, "Oh fuck, fuck Boris" if you want. You know what I'm saying?
And that ain't gonna happen.
That's not
to
gonna happen
you know
to you.
what I mean?
You can go on TV and say "fuck Boris."
I mean, look what happened the other day, innit? With the guy, innit?
Yeah,
They've got
yeah.
I forgot his name,
Yeah,
innit?
but
Them
you-
two guys.
But what you couldn't do is go and testify in court about the documents that led to,
Yeah.
for example, the Iraq War,
Exactly.
Exactly.
the Gulf War.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You know what I mean?
free
You'll die in a forest with
Yeah.
no footprints around you.
100%.
Supposedly committed suicide with no
Yeah.
suicide note.
you know,
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
and that's why I had to put the
Yeah.
But that's why I asked why you say
Yeah.
because if it's either free or it isn't.
But that's why I said like we imagine look at when you're talking about whistleblowing, that's so high compared to an ordinary.
It's not
guy.
about high or low. It's not about degrees. It's either you should have freedom of speech or you don't.
That's all. Only reason
Because
I'm saying
all right, let's break down what freedom of speech is. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
go on.
The power or the right to express one's opinions without censorship, restraint, or legal penalty.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like now that sounds like speaking to a masses of people. Yeah. You know, like you like for me, freedom. The way that was said is like now we're talking somewhere that we're on a platform.
And not
It's
just like,
explained it
in a
platform,
group like
rather-
us now.
Like instead of like us four in a room. Like that's why I was saying like there's the levels of like in certain countries we couldn't even talk to each other. You know what I mean? That freedom of speech,
Yeah.
freedom of and that's I don't even know if that's conversation or that's probably
No,
freedom of conversation.
No, freedom of speech. It's
Yeah.
freedom of speech.
But you know, like there's freedom of speech in certain places. You know what I mean? And then the way we're able to think, because we grew up here, is that we're not really. No one can tell me not what to say and what not to say. We've got that kind of thing about us as well, because of how we've grown up. You know what I mean? Like I said, and in certain places you can't even speak about.
But is that
single
really
language.
true though?
What?
It's what really true.
We grew up with the whole no one can tell me what to say and rah, rah,
bit
rah.
more.
But is that really true? No, but is it really true though?
From where I'm
To a
standing,
certain extent, yeah.
Okay, cool. Who goes to work and tells their boss what they really think?
yeah.
You got freedom of speech, right?
Who goes and tells their friend what they really think?
No, but you got freedom of speech though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Just I'm saying,
Yeah.
say what you want, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we? If we got it,
Because
if it
sometimes,
exists,
sometimes the
if
consequences that come
if it's
after
your
it, 'cause
inalienable right, why don't you use it on a daily or ever?
When
Really?
we're talking politically and we're talking socially, I feel like that's a big. There's two different places where.
Where what?
Like where the freedom is different. Do you get what I mean? Like when you're talking on the like I said, a
Speech is speech.
Could you say speech? A speech. Like I wouldn't be giving you a lot of speech.
Be more like a reasoning.
Yeah, we would be having a conversation. That's why I had to check what speech meant for a second. Because I'm saying that speech means a speech, innit?
Exactly.
Can you look up the
Platform
definition
in
of
a
speech?
room with
Definition of
100
speech.
people
Oh,
or
definition
so,
of speech. We know the
and you're
definition.
putting your point across.
No, I just wanted to. I know.
Okay,
I know.
all right. You know what? We'll do that. We'll entertain that just for the. Yeah.
Because when you get the actual definition, sometimes I mean,
Try to throw you off in it.
yeah.
The expression of or the ability to express thoughts and feelings by articulate sound. The expression of or the ability to express thoughts and feelings by articulate sounds.
Articulate sounds.
Yeah, but we can, but
That's basically talking.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
to do with masses or anything like that.
It's not to do-
No. Speech is exactly that. That's why when we said the conversation, that's what I said. You would need to speak to have the conversation. So when you're talking about conversations being controlled, that is your freedom of speech being controlled because you'd have to speak to have the conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's freedom of speech.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, whatever. That's why I said it doesn't matter whether it's this level or that level. Talking is talking. So whether I'm talking to you, or I'm talking to Princess, or I'm talking to Mac, or I'm talking to all of you and trying to hold court, whatever I'm doing, I'm talking. That is speech. Do you understand?
It's a law as well, isn't it?
What's the law?
It's freedom of speech.
It's a law.
Is it a law? I like because some people I've heard it being quoted as a law. Like
Freedom of Speech Act or something.
yeah,
yeah.
Right. Yeah. That you have the right. Yeah. That you have the right to
yeah.
basically speak.
So even that is a
Effectively.
conversation of freedom of speech as a law and freedom of speech just generally. You're like just the feeling that you have the freedom to speak, and then the law freedom of speech, and then the law I think doesn't exist. Do Do you get what I'm saying? As much as it's there,
Yeah,
if you want
it's
to exercise
not,
it,
yeah, it's not really used like
it's
that.
not really used like that.
Mm.
And then then he goes into the conversation like Jay was saying, like, of what if people's confidence for how much they think they need things. You know what I mean? I think like the freedom of speech. I feel like the most people that's got the most freedom of speech is someone that's homeless or something like that.
Right.
True.
Okay. So under Article 10 of the Human Rights Act of 1998, everyone has the right to freedom of expression in the UK. So that means you have the right to express yourself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's a law that we've got here, isn't it?
Yeah.
And a law that they may not have in certain places.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it kind of explains why.
But if you go to work tomorrow and express yourself, you'll probably get sacked.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm
But
saying. You got the
that's nothing to do with
consequences, though. isn't it?
your freedom of speech, though,
That's
is it?
exercising your
Huh?
freedom of speech.
That's got nothing to do with your freedom of speech, though, is it?
Well, no. What it's got something to do with is
Your money.
the fact that people want to be able to speak without consequence.
Yes.
That's why you get people telling you, oh, I just say the thing everyone's thinking, but no one wants to say.
Say it, yeah.
No, you just like to be a really nasty person and say
Yeah.
things to hurt people's feelings
Yeah.
that no one else would say, even though they know it,
Yeah.
because it's just a horrible thing to say.
So true.
Do you understand? Yeah, but like you said, we grew up with the I just say my thing to anyone, and how I say my thing, I just say my thing, isn't it? I don't care. But really, who does that?
And that goes again to what you're saying. It's how you say certain things to certain people, because you can't be as free as you want to,
Yeah.
because you're gonna hurt their feelings.
Or get hurt.
Or get
Or
hurt.
get hurt.
See what I'm saying? See it now. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that physical realm does exist.
It
You
does.
have the right to say
You
whatever
gotta
you
bite your
want,
tongue in
but
certain
you don't have any
situations.
control over how I react to it.
Exactly.
So you can intellectualize the punch in your face away if you want. Do you get what I'm saying? But I reserve the right to do that if I feel any type of way about whatever you're saying.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you see what I mean?
100%.
So, like I say, freedom of speech. Do we have it?
No. I don't think there should be freedom of speech either. When I'm thinking about it, there shouldn't be freedom of speech because
Well, speech without consequence doesn't exist.
yeah, so it's not really freedom.
Hence my point. If you go to work, you can say whatever you want, but you probably get sacked.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
You go and see your pal and you probably could tell them whatever you want about their kids, but it'd probably end in a tussle and a bit of furniture moving around. do you get what I'm saying? Like, so you wouldn't. Do you get what I mean? And you don't. Do you know what I'm saying?
But it still exists, though.
What exists?
Even though you wouldn't do it.
No, and so, right. I'm glad you said that.
But what
This
does
is what I'm
freedom
saying.
mean then?
Huh?
What is free? Like when you say freedom,
Yeah.
freedom comes about consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, freedom is like freedom.
Do you understand?
That's why I said that a
Do you get
homeless
it?
person, a homeless person
Right.
is probably the most free to do, and they probably got the most freedom of speech.
It's true, because they got nothing to lose.
They got nothing to lose,
They've lost
yeah.
everything.
And even if you want to punch them up, they don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever they're gonna say to you, and you just if you fight this homeless person, you're a bit.
You're gonna feel a little stupid
Yeah, it kinda
yourself.
looks
It's like,
like-
why are
Mental.
you doing that? Like, man is homeless. Why are you doing
Homeless,
that?
he's getting tricked. You're
After a man just probably cussed you out and stuff like that. You know
Hush,
what I
you're gonna
mean?
be like, oh man, it's fucking, you know what I mean? Chunker, did he? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's like freedom is the people that it's weird how this world has a you can't have everything
Yeah.
thing.
So the word freedom, does that exist?
Yeah, but what it looks like, it doesn't look like.
It's
well,
like it's controlled freedom.
like freedom looks like I say to you, it goes back to the again, someone just on the street, not having no bills, not having no one to look after, and just looks after themselves. So I'm saying they make you want freedom in a certain way,
Yeah.
but that's what freedom looks like. Nothing.
Yeah.
You're doing nothing.
Yeah. True.
And they make you want freedom all the time. But with freedom, you'd sit there and you'd let your body get ill by itself. You're sitting down too long because you're free to. That's how it's like.
How free do you want your speech to be?
You know what I'm saying? It's the truth.
I'm
no.
just throwing it out
No,
there.
how free do you want your life, your speech? You know what I'm saying? When you actually check it, they sell you things that you don't need, and you don't really want, and you don't even want to affirm.
Well, again, like I say, it depends on how it gets sold to you.
You know what I
You
mean?
start holding up things you don't even understand. So, getting back to my point, when I say, is it just the consequences that people are trying to avoid with the whole freedom of speech talk? Because that's effectively what it means, isn't it? It is basically speech without consequence.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
But does it exist?
No, because there's again.
But you said it was afforded to some.
It's afforded in a place where.
So who are the some that can have that freedom of speech to speak anyhow, anyway, whenever?
Whenever. Because like, say for instance, even if the government does that, they'll get some backlash.
Let me throw a spanner in the works. Just to be argumentative, because I don't like the way everyone's agreeing. Some people would say women can say whatever they want. Why did you say so quickly?
Yeah, because I think that's the truth more time.
Okay, so we found.
I don't believe that they can say everything they want, but I think some people do say that.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right.
So you think women have freedom of speech more than men?
I think women and children can get away with saying a lot more than a man could.
Definitely. A woman can get away with saying absolute rubbish and get away with it.
Can get away with saying a lot more.
Yeah.
Children can say what they want.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Within reason.
But you know what I mean? Children can generally get away with saying because they're just they're children.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Women can get away with saying some really outrageous stuff. Like I've seen it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? And I wouldn't say all women do it or can get away with it, because obviously we know about the horror stories. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, I know a lot of...
They get away with it more.
I know a lot of women who would say stuff that... Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think a lot of men would get away with saying.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
you're right there.
Do women have freedom of speech?
Freer.
That comes back.
So we here, are we saying what? So it doesn't exist? Nobody has it? Nobody can say what they want?
We talk about people in the Amazon sometimes.
Yeah, people in Amazon, they probably have freedom of
speech, but nobody hears it. What are you saying? Like if a tree if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around, does it make any noise? Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to say? All right, cool.
I think Jay said kids, that children, to me, children have freedom of speech.
Do I think they have freedom of speech?
No, I think children have freedom of speech.
Yeah.
I think children,
Because
like from 0 to 5. Have freedom of speech.
Yeah, literally.
Yes.
What, with no consequence?
No, not really.
Within most cases,
they're not considering those. Like where as adults you're considering it, so it's part of your speech.
Your speech.
It's your
thought pattern. Yeah, definitely. Your process, everything.
But they're still not gonna do freedom of speech. They'll tell you stink if you stink.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or no, get away when you're trying to give them a kiss.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Even if they can't tell you stink, they'll just tell you no. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you get what I mean? Whereas if you're a bit, but by the time you get to 8, you just stand there and take the kiss from the woman with the moustache. Do you get what I'm saying?
And when they walk off now, you just like this slightly.
No, you just look. You say, "Mom, she scares me."
And then you can feel the wet bit on your cheek.
You know what I'm saying?
There's some spooky people, no? There's some spooky people when we were younger. We don't really do this kind of thing to our kids. But there was always someone funny.
No, do you know what? I don't even really want to touch on this because I don't want to make light and jest of serious issues. But what I will say is this. There was a lot of people telling you to come and give them. There was a lot of people demanding physical contact from children. Yeah. That's what I will say.
Yeah.
That's what I will say. There was a lot of come and give me a kiss. There was a lot of come and sit on my knee and lap and come here. And there was a lot of there was a lot of demanding stuff from children. I remember when I was younger. Maybe it was just me where I was. I don't know. I'm not going to say it, but that's what I remember. From adults. Do you know what I mean? But that's another story. That's another story. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they were just exercising their freedom of speech. Do you know what I'm saying? You know. And funny enough, they never actually came in under any censorship, restraint, or legal penalty. So yeah. Do you know what I mean? They're probably still in the community somewhere. But anyway, that's another story. What I'm saying is this: so with it supposedly being an inalienable right. that everybody has, and you're supposed to be able to say what you want without,
Any consequences.
well, fear of them.
Mm.
That's why you can say it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you're not fearful, basically.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
say what you're saying.
Yeah.
Some would be children. Would you say comedians?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But again, is it because they're being tactical? Is it freedom? It's like
And this is the point.
tactical
And this is the
speech.
point. It's tactical freedom.
Yeah.
Because they use their freedom right up to the edge, but they know where the edge is.
They know that line to
see what I'm saying?
Don't cross
Because
it.
if there was freedom, people wouldn't get so bent out of shape by people like Chubby Brown and
Yeah.
all these people.
Yeah.
Because people say, oh, they're racist, or they're this, or their humour is got too much racial. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? So with those type of people, if they had freedom of speech, they could just say a racist joke and there'd be no problem. Why would anybody have a problem with them saying whatever they want to say?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So if that's the case, then where's their freedom of speech?
In terms of that, say to you, it being free, and that's what it always comes back down to, because the whole thing about being free is people feeling that they can say it. Freedom is a feeling
Yeah.
more than
And that's I think one of the questions you said is the emotions. What's the emotions behind it as well?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like the freedom of being able to say something and being scared. It's almost like the free will that God gives you. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got free will to do anything, but you can also jump off a mountain if you want. You know what I mean? But it's just that's what we were saying. Usually, when someone is saying freedom of speech, usually when they come for them to have to say something like that, they're usually gonna be saying something negative.
But okay, I'm glad you said that.
Do you know what I'm saying? For them to
no,
even call it freedom of speech.
But I'm glad you said that. But the thing about it is freedom of speech is there to protect unpopular speech. That's why it's there. If we was all going to say stuff that we all agreed with and
Positive.
liked, no, not positive. If we was all going to say stuff we all agreed with and liked, there'd be no need for it.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech is there to protect unpopular speech. It's there so I can say whatever I want to say,
You're right.
irrelevant of how you feel.
Yeah.
That's why it's there.
And that's why I just got to, you know.
It's
where
there
like,
so right.
you
It's
wouldn't
there.
call it
It's
freedom
there.
of
It's there so the guy can be racist.
Yeah.
That's why it's there.
Freedom of speech is not me being nice to you.
No.
Why is that not freedom of speech? Why are we not saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Didn't take you that long this week, but you're
Yeah. But it's like, it's not being nice. That's what I just came to do. You know, so if you're saying something nice, how come that's not freedom of speech? Your hair looks nice today. Oh, okay, that's
Right.
not freedom of speech.
No.
I don't really like your hair. It's
Right.
freedom of speech.
That's freedom of speech. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I made the point earlier of I'm just saying the thing that everybody's thinking, but no one wants to say.
Yeah, that's not.
But there's a reason why no one said it.
Yeah. You know.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Everybody else is aware. Don't ever get it twisted.
Yeah.
We all knew that same thing that you were about to say,
Yeah.
but there's a reason why none of us said it.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Do you think music manipulates that?
Look, the freedom of speech thing,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
You can get away with saying a lot of things and doing a lot of things and film. Yeah.
Well, like I said, it's speech without consequence.
Yeah.
It's speech without consequence.
I think probably poetry is probably the most exercise freedom of speech, because you know what I mean. They're actually speaking,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
singing.
yeah. But I mean, I suppose artists as well. Like, yeah, you would define that as freedom of speech. They can say what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
I'm going to say something like that whole WikiLeaks thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was someone giving information.
But that's freedom of leaks. Do you know what I mean? That's freedom of leaks. You're not actually speaking. You're writing and reading.
But it's expression.
But it's expression.
But it wasn't their man in jail, so it's like it's not free. Freedom. The WikiLeaks guy's in jail. You got Julian Assange in jail.
Yeah.
You got Edward Snowden
Yeah.
in jail.
Yeah.
He's better than that. Not free.
What country were they in when they were trying to express themselves?
You know what I mean? America.
They were freer.
Yeah.
They were freer.
Them man didn't understand the You know what I mean? They understood the
Yeah. They will be where they are now. Exactly.
Because even like when it comes to whistleblowing, yeah, that I'm at a point in my life where I respect information, but I wonder if it's even worth it being a whistleblower.
Well,
I know, because
it's funny,
it's funny when you're
because-
in jobs and stuff like that, and they say the whistleblowing stuff. You're not really going to say anything because you're still going to think that one person is going to come back on you.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
the whole thing, as you said, it don't make sense.
And is everyone going to listen to you?
Exactly.
You're going to tell everyone, do you know what, I've got the information. It is going to flood. Like Noah had. Yeah. You could be the new Noah. Yeah. And then they'll be like, oh, whatever, man.
Yeah.
It's like, even like I say with the whole COVID thing, you know what I mean? Like there's some people that was like, yeah, following it. And there's some people like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's not like, even when you tell people the so-called truth, it's not like they're going to take it.
Yeah,
That's the
take
one
it
thing
on.
that people got almost going like, you're just going to take it. You know, if someone gives you something, tells you something, you're just going to take it as well. That saying freedom of speech that a lot of people are not saying it's good. I'm saying that's why I said it's good for the information to be there, but feeling like
Speaking of freedom of speech, and you just mentioned like COVID and all the rest of it, and I don't want to touch on that for too long, but with the COVID thing, but wouldn't you say people exercised their freedom of speech during that whole lockdown period and all the rest of it?
I think that there was it's like the government showing the difference. You know, like I feel like we've got into a place where the so-called conspiracy world is bigger than it was before. So it's almost like, I'd even say, I go as far as to say 30 to 40% of the population, where before it was 10 to 20% of the population. You know what I mean?
20,
So the fact that people are opening, quote unquote, opening their eyes a bit more, not really, but you know, opening their eyes a bit more, is making them want to start see what's going on as well. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like they've got a gauge of their own control anymore.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they had to gauge what kind of level of control they have themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Or question things. Don't just take things anymore. Question it. Say, actually, no.
Well, I think
that's not making sense.
I'm just looking at like during the lockdown, you had people popping up, expressing their freedom of speech all over the place.
Yeah.
I saw loads of people on their phones making videos talking about 5G, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Loads of people turned into biochemists.
You know what I mean? But it's controlled freedom of speech again. It's controlled.
It's freedom.
Yeah,
because
freedom,
then sometimes when people say things and they
freedom.
flag it up in it, certain things you say,
Yeah.
they'll take the post
They'll
down,
take it down.
put certain information underneath.
It's group freedom.
Fact checkers and all of that.
You know, you do promotion, innit? I do promotion as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I could put a picture of myself just there in my spliff, yeah. That might go to 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's just us, like boom.
Yeah.
Have you noticed even when you post a picture, like it gets love just boom instantly.
Yeah.
And it's just a normal picture of you and your mate standing there, whatever. Or you people. When you actually promoted the thing, bruv, they tried to give anything that you tried to promote a fight and a struggle. It's like,
Exactly.
alright, who's there looking at it saying, no, this is the promotion, you need to put this on the business page,
Yeah.
and we're not going to let it get liked.
Yeah.
Like, who's there? Someone's there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
So true.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
So
So
true.
even with those kind of things, how did the agendas like BLM and things like that get so much promotion? Because they're agendas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How does the whole racist football thing get so much promotion? Because they're agendas. All of these things that get promotion, like, and people think that it's just them being powerful and getting so much likes on this post because they were being so wise. Yeah.
There's always something behind it.
Yeah, there's always something behind it. If you're fitting the agenda, then we're gonna make that bus. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could have someone that is like very attractive on Instagram, but if they're not turning around on a lot of their posts, they're not gonna have as much likes as someone that's less attractive than them.
But
That's
turning
showing
around.
that- turning around, just doing that. And I was like, I thought you were thinking, this is sick. But then you see so much of it, and you're like, oh no, this is not. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
As much as you might like it's eye candy sometimes, or whatever you want to say.
Algorithms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, and that's
But then
what it
it's
is.
just full of the world's just full of pervs. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Instagram shows you,
Yeah,
isn't it? Because like these girls got
Exactly.
stupid. They got more followers than the biggest man in Hollywood or something. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, that's never changed, though, has it?
like, I don't know, because I just feel like in a digital world, yeah, you see what you'd have to be, what you'd take a subscription to in real life, yeah, in front of people is different to what people would take subscription to in their own hands and in their own privacy. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying to you, it's just that the who has more access to what and what platforms is how things are controlled. Do you get what I'm saying? So even when it comes to this,
But I'm saying to you, men of a certain, I don't know what you want to call it, but men of a certain persuasion,
yeah,
have they not always liked looking at women who they deem as out of their reach, for want of a better word?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But so do women.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
No, but this is what I'm saying. No, but what I'm saying is that with men, they ogle. That's a very much a man thing. So, I mean, you're a woman. I'm sure you've been ogled a few times.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's very much a man thing. Do you get what I mean? And in fact, it's so much a man thing that as a man, if a woman ever does ogle you, you know.
Yeah.
You're aware of it. You're like, what's going on here? Like, you start looking over your shoulder like there's someone else in the room. Like, it must be me. It must be me. It must be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you start doing stretches and stuff. You're like, right, it's okay, it's me, yeah? Alright, sorry, my bad. I thought it was, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bruv. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like I said, doing that is a very much a man thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't really think, I don't know. Like, maybe women will tell me that I'm wrong. You know what I mean? There'll be other women to tell me I'm wrong. Women do it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think
I say probably like lately.
women.
But
even
as
when
you say,
they
it's more of
do,
a
it's-
man thing. But yeah, women starting to do
But
it
even when
now.
they do, it's not in the same way. And I'm not trying to claim it. I'm not
Even
trying to
when they
claim.
try to make it the same way, it could never be the same way.
It's
that
not
men-
the same
No,
way. It's not the same
What
way.
women like is different to what men like. You can't. You know, like when women.
What is the difference, guys?
The difference is that men are visual.
Yes, and you lot but claim to be visual, but it's not real. As in, like,
No, women are not visual. They can appreciate the visuals.
no, they can appreciate it, but I'm
Yeah,
saying,
but they're not visual.
Like a woman will say, even if like, sometimes like you see the things that we like on a woman, we're actually gonna do things with those things. So like a man might like your face. He's probably going to where he's gonna kiss.
We're
your face.
digressing, you know. But I'm going to go into a whole other thing if you carry on. But go on anyway.
So,
Go
a
on.
woman wouldn't like that too, no?
Huh?
So what, you're saying a woman wouldn't like that too?
Woman would like what?
What you're saying just
No,
now?
but what the women, the things that, say for instance, a man being quote unquote pretty,
Yeah.
she's not going to be able to acquire the things she needs off prettiness.
Okay.
Like where a man can source everything he needs. Like a former woman's pretty.
Yeah, some man just want a pretty girl.
Yeah.
She just looks good.
And she's got
Oh
good
my
body.
god, oh my god, she's
Yeah.
just so pretty.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Some man literally,
Yeah.
and she could look like an ironing board.
Yeah.
But her face, oh my god, she's just
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm
pretty.
saying. So if
Yeah.
they're like
Whereas a woman, not so much.
yeah, if a guy's just like prosthetically good looking, but he's
In his face. No, I'm talking about just his face.
yeah.
Like he's just got a pretty face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But he's
But even if he's good, like say he's got the whole works,
Mm.
and he's a bit of a hi, how are you? He's done.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like it's like where it was us. She's like, hi, how are you? You're like, hi, how are you? You know.
All right, now I
Yeah,
follow you
yeah,
because
yeah.
I was a bit lost and it wasn't making sense. But okay, I see it at that point
you understand
now.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you lot don't actually that stuff doesn't control whether you
So we
like
get
someone.
turned
or-
off easily. You're saying?
You lot like something like men through more feeling and presence and all of those kind of things. You know what I'm saying? And protection and providing all those kind of things. You know what I'm saying?
And to be totally honest, even if we're just going on to just raw attraction, yeah, it's more, like I said, with you lot, it's more mental
Yes.
than visual or physical.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that the visuals are not relevant. Don't get me wrong. So women don't take that the wrong way. It's not like, it could just be anybody. I don't mean like that. But it could be anybody. In the sense where what I say, but what I mean by that is, if you're into a guy mentally, Like if a guy can hold your attention, if you can make you laugh, if you could, there's loads of different ways. But the point is if for any reason or way he can tap into your mental, then the rest kind of follows
100%.
if you like him enough.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
Whereas with dudes,
It don't matter.
that doesn't, not for the physical,
Yeah.
for the long term that matters.
Yeah.
But for the here and now, do you get what I mean? And the physical, that don't matter
Don't matter.
because it's totally
it
irrelevant.
comes down to your character as well. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's
And don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's women who that doesn't matter either, and they just sleep with anybody and anywhere and anything. And
yeah, of course.
do you get what I mean? And that's
But sometimes I feel like in life it's about making an impact in it rather than just being another person. You know what I mean? And when you actually get into someone's mind, you make an impact. You make a bigger impact. You can have better sex, all of that kind of stuff, because you actually get into someone's mind and you understood what actually having sex with their mind is. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just for like words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that I don't think that people concentrate on, and especially when you like say a lot of people turn that things change within their life, like the tables turn in it. So when they was younger, it wasn't really that. You know, and people wasn't looking at them that much, and then when they're older, now they're getting looked because they've gone and done these different things. But within yourself, you still kind of feel like that person of when you're younger, even though you're getting
older.
different feedback, and you're so even if now what they like me now, so let me go and sex everyone. That's not gonna make you feel like a more of a Dan, if you understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So when the people go and do that, they realize, that didn't make me feel like this. You know what I'm saying? There's certain characteristics
How they thought it would.
how
you know what I mean?
I would, yeah, because everyone's got individual, you know what I mean, traits that they don't. I don't think they look into. Everyone just wants to be alpha now as well. Everyone, I've noticed that everyone wants to be alpha, but like, who cares what that even? Who even knows what that word means properly?
Exactly.
I'm not saying that you know what I'm saying, to the amount. I'm not saying that we don't. I'm just saying that to the amount of people that they care about it. And if someone tells them that they're not alpha, I've seen people really lose it. You know, the ones there. So it's like well, chill. Let people have their own opinion, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just think with that, it's just that basically, obviously, I mean, I never liked the whole toxic masculinity thing, but it does exist. I have to accept that now, only because there's a side of masculine behavior, if you want to call it that yeah, you could call it toxic for want of a better word. It's just basically ignorance, basically. Draped in bravado and what they like to call masculinity, but it's not masculinity. What it is insecurity.
Yeah.
That's what it
big
is.
one.
It's insecurity. Do you get what I'm saying? Because some of the most masculine guys I've ever known were never ever like outwardly aggressive around me, or do you understand what I'm saying, or any of that stuff? Do you get what I'm saying? But they were very masculine. Do you get what I'm saying? They never had to. Do you know what I'm saying? They never had to be outwardly anything, like raise their voice or none of that stuff. They were just there as men, and they were men. They didn't have to. It wasn't debatable. It wasn't up for like debate or anything. Do you get what I mean? Like there was never a time where he was like, well, he hasn't shouted, so he's not really hard, or he's not a man. It's like, no, he's there. You can see him. He is what it is. Like, do you know what I mean? But everybody had manners and respect. But yeah. Anyway, that's another subject.
Yeah.
What I would say, just to tie that in, are we agreed that women have freedom of speech to a degree?
Yeah. And again, it comes down to the way they are.
So are we saying children under 5 have it?
Yeah, I think children under 5 have it worldwide.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Children under 5 have it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Women can press the boundaries of it.
I mean, like, children under 5, homeless and mad people, women.
No, I'd say homeless and mad people first. I wouldn't. No, sorry, it's not homeless. I would say people who have certain mental health issues would probably be number 1.
You know the reason why I said homeless and I said homeless.
No, people. No, but bro.
Not in the same category.
No, bro. People who have mental health issues are number 1.
Yeah.
Just think about that. Them and probably drug addicts.
Yeah, but they still have consequences. They can still. I'm just saying that. So in the list of that, the children have none. That's the thing. The children have none, and we're talking generally. Like, you can't tell a 0 to 5 year old nothing. Doesn't matter what you say.
There's no legal penalty. There's nothing. Furthermore, we're coming for your mum. We're coming for your mum. Or your dad. You know what I mean? It's like who's his mum?
Who's this?
Yeah, whose kid is this? Yeah, definitely. So kids definitely number one.
Yeah.
Old people and like grandparents.
Yeah,
but they
no, bro.
I've seen,
no. Old people can say what they want. They can say
But
what they want, bro.
They
No.
don't have to look after them.
Big Mac truck. I have to respect that one. That one there, that came from left field, but that's reality right there. Old people.
No, but they still have consequences with it.
No, there's no consequences. We're gonna use old people.
He's pouring out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean in that sense. Yeah, loosely. Yeah, they could. Yeah.
Seem like Shakan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like
they still have to be held responsible for something at some stage.
They have to be held responsible and put through some sort of misery. You will not do that. Generally, the child will just say what he's gonna say, and that's why I say they're at the top. Like, and then mad people, then women, then old people.
Yeah.
Because I think women get away with more than old people.
That one's debatable, you know.
Yeah.
That one's debatable.
Because like females could talk in that, and let's talk about it in the Western world. Let's just say, let's cap that.
Yeah.
Let's just say the Western world, because we know in the other worlds when women talk, they actually get taken.
Yeah.
Take them out. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in the Western world, alright, cool. In a place where you're women are more vocal anyway. Women like more having the conversations anyway. So in terms of the freedom of speech, is like saying things that are outside the box and things like that. They're more the people that will be vocal about that. But I just feel like women, in terms of they're free. They don't mind talking about other people. But when it comes to accountability,
I just think that women have less of a filter.
They don't have to have the accountability.
I just think that, and that's why they have less of a filter.
Yeah,
because there's less accountability. Like women, I'm talking about just generally in conversation.
Yeah,
they're never in fear of any kind of physical altercation, and even if there was a threat of it, I think they're more oblivious to it than men are.
Yeah, but you're wrong if you do that as well. Do you know what I mean?
No, you'll always, and that's why they'd be oblivious to it, because they would never ever expect that from anything they say, because that's wrong, right? Because I'm just talking.
Exactly.
So anything you do to me, irrelevant of what I've said, is bad, right? Because I'm just talking.
And you're bad. So like you said with men, if like we would have, if we have a fight and you win, you're not bad.
No, well, just the fact that we was having a conversation and I took something you said the wrong way or I didn't like it and we started fighting, I'm not the bad guy. Even if I started the fight. No, but you see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm not the bad guy because it's two guys.
Yeah, do you understand?
You see what I mean? And that's the point. If anything, you'd be the bad guy because you said the thing that upset me. So everyone would be like, yeah, but he didn't have to say that, though. He didn't have to say that, you know. Like when he said that, I could see he was really upset. Like he didn't have to say that. You see what I mean? It would be more one of those things. It would be more like, why did he hit him?
You know?
Do you know what I mean? Why did they start fighting?
Yeah.
People would question it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas like you couldn't just get up in the middle of a conversation with a woman, whatever she said to you, and just, do you get what I'm saying? Start fighting or hitting her or anything like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Just take it and get vexed, innit?
Being like, again, the whole world, the dominant forces, innit? Dominant forces are always going to be the kind of quote unquote elite of the world.
Okay.
Because the more dominant you are, the more freedom of speech you have as well.
Okay. Sometimes the more dominant you are, the less you can talk.
Explain that to me.
Sometimes the more dominant you are, the less you can talk.
Okay.
The less freedoms you have to say.
Why you say the consequences more?
Yeah,
No, but I'm saying the more dominant you are, the more you just say what you want to say.
Not all the time. Not all the time. It doesn't serve the purpose sometimes to do that.
The more scared you are, the least you'll say what you want to say.
Yes.
So the more,
yes.
I don't know if I'm saying the wrong word,
Yes.
but
No. No. When you say dominant, okay. Let me give you an example. Yeah. Some people would say. I'm just giving an example. Some people would say that white males are the dominant males on the planet. Meaning they have the most influence, they have the most whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In that terms, in that regard, yeah? So it would stand to reason what you're saying is they would have the most freedom of speech.
Yes.
Right, okay. But in that regard, they don't.
They do, though.
They don't.
Yeah, a white man can get away with saying certain things
Of course.
in certain places a lot more than anyone else.
Hmm?
A white man can say certain things and certain other people. You know, like, there's been situations with a boy, if that was a black man that said that, or
Yeah.
if that was someone else that said that, it'd be another situation. But, you know what I mean? There's even been proved that.
Yeah, but we've sat here and you've said if a white man said that, that'd be considered racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It still be considered racist, but they also have more.
Even if it's
freedom
not
of
a
speech.
racial thing,
Like,
they
yeah.
still can
Yeah.
get
No,
away with
no.
saying more.
You can still have your opinion on
But
it.
what I'm saying to you is, I wasn't just giving the racial thing as the example. What I was just
Yeah.
saying is just that because that is part of the freedom of speech, isn't it? You can just say whatever you want,
Yeah.
whenever you want, isn't it?
So, like,
So
your
what
face-to-face-
I'm saying is people who have less to lose, as you were saying, tend to say more.
Like the homeless.
I'm just using the example you gave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, going back to that example, like people in certain scenarios wouldn't want to talk too much. I'll give you an example: the royal family.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's why you have PR and all these things, because it gets filtered. You don't say that much. You don't talk on certain things.
Yeah.
When you do, it goes through one source and it gets fed out to the relevant people. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so.
that even itself shows you there's no freedom of speech.
Well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but we got to have PR, you got to filter it down and dilute your speech.
Well, it's not even so much dilute your speech, just direct it.
Mm.
Do you understand?
But all these people are like dilution because you can say, I didn't say that.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, it's not even.
And that has
What I'm
happened.
saying is this:
We
is
fired
that
that guy. We fired that PR guy. He was totally out of line. Read it totally out of context.
yeah,
We've got rid of him and we apologise to the public.
yeah, departmentalization they call it. But again, like I say, if that's the case, then, like I said, people with less to lose
We'll
usually
say
have more to say.
Yeah, that's true. That's just,
You understand what I'm saying?
Because people that's like say like going
Do you
through
understand?
hard times as well.
yeah.
Do you understand? Somebody with things to lose don't talk too much.
That's a good
Yeah,
point. She said
yeah.
as well, people that's going through hard times,
Yeah.
that's when they're ready to
To express
say
themselves and
Everything.
they wanted
All
to
comes
say.
out.
Yeah,
It all comes out, bro. Do you
yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Bruv.
Never see Arista.
See what I mean?
Arista!
Yeah.
Let me tell you about
Everything.
Every time you
Everything.
ask me, you don't put
Right.
nothing on your
Bruv, this is what I'm saying to you. So this is what I'm saying to you. When you say dominant people or people in positions of dominance or whatever have more freedom of speech.
They don't actually do it.
Well, I just asked the questions,
Yeah.
and like I said,
Because you know what?
because
No,
what I'm
saying
seeing
the
in the real world, that don't actually compute. What I'm seeing is that people with the least say the most.
I feel like it's the people at the bottom and at the top that have the freedom, as we're talking. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you got to think about someone like Trump. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trump had a freedom of speech, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because he's a powerful man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he had his freedom of speech was at a different level to most people's,
And he used it.
and he used it. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by the certain people in power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The people in power have got a level of freedom of speech that you won't have being an average person.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
that's a very small number of people that have that kind of power. Like there's a handful. There's not even a handful of Trumps.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You probably
yeah.
can count on one hand. That
So again, it goes back to this tactical use of freedom of speech.
yeah.
So it exists. You can use it,
Mm-hmm.
but probably sparingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can say what you're saying, but know what you're saying
Yeah.
and mind what you're saying.
because too much freedom of speech makes you a madman.
Well, as Granny used to say, too much of one thing's good for nothing. You get what I'm saying? So, just what I'm saying. And as I always like to say, everything in moderation including moderation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
but
think I don't know. I hope this doesn't. Anyone with this doesn't take offense to this. But also, people with Tourette's have a certain level of freedom of speech because they
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some.
but is there no consequence?
No, not when you got Tourette's.
Sometimes do they get to explain that fact? I'm not being nasty. I'm being
Probably
I'm being real. I'm
Yeah.
being real.
Yeah, because
There's people who don't even know what Tourette's is,
yeah,
bro.
It wasn't aware as well.
And you say some shit around them, they're like, and people have to jump in front, like, he's got Tourette's, and they have to start explaining what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? Because people don't know, bro. Everybody don't know. Because we know, just don't assume everybody's walking down the road knowing that someone who just jumps in front of them and starts hurling abuse at them has Tourette's. They don't know that.
That shit is fucked, isn't it? When you think about it. Like,
Yeah, of course, man.
That's like a freedom of speech glitch.
Mm.
Because it's like,
Yeah,
I always
literally.
wondered how it was wired. Because they might say something that they think about you that they wouldn't have wanted to say. You know the ones, and it would, why is it a horrible thing in
I
their
know,
head?
that's what I was thinking.
You know the ones
Yeah.
there?
Sometimes it's not even horrible, but it's just the way things are said. So, like I say, like, I know what you mean. Like, usually that's the ones you see the really bad scenarios.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not even like bad in that sense. It might just be like just a basic observation. Do you get what I mean? Like, but it still could be hurtful to that person. Do
Yeah.
you understand?
But it's a lot of swear words and stuff that you
No, what I'm saying is, all right. So, like I said, there's some people who just hurl out observations.
Okay.
So you might come, start talking to their mum, they're standing there, and then they might go, fat. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're not calling you fat, they're not thinking, but like I said, the impulse has come to say that, and maybe it's off the observation that you are fat or what, do you know what I mean? Or whatever, but like I said, they're not literally calling you it, and it's, do you get what I mean? So
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
it's
it's
like I
what-
said, sometimes it's
what comes
not
out.
like swearing or even bad words, sometimes it's just,
Freedom of speech.
like I said, what they're saying.
Like, do you think that the people, there's a way to exercise, how do you watch your levels of freedom of speech?
Sorry, how do you watch your levels?
Yeah, how would someone know how to gauge?
Okay.
Or they just be within their
So,
character?
So, well, it's down to your comfort level, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how confident you are as well,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, your comfort level. How down to your comfort level, because obviously, again, and this is the point. So, for example, I find a lot of the people, and you have to come to that point in your own time, but most of the people I can think of who could walk in a room and say pretty much whatever they want wouldn't do that. And most of the people who do, that I can think of, probably shouldn't. Do you see what I mean?
Definitely.
And they're allowed to get away with it because a lot of people just don't, they can't be bothered to take on that kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, ignorant interaction. Do you get what I mean?
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
they'll
know
probably
for-
say, "Oh, just Lawish is not usually, or he or she's not usually like that." So there must be some reason why they're
And-
saying things
and
out of
bec-
timing.
And because a lot of people are so serious that if they get involved, it's too serious. So they just lean back because it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So those people get away with behaving like that time upon time upon time. You see what I mean?
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
It's the same like when we're saying like women can get away with saying certain things. That's because nobody would ever do anything. So she feels like she can because she's been doing that
Yeah.
from school and no one's ever done nothing. No one's ever, it's never backfired basically. So why would you change something that ain't broke? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If there's, and that's what I was saying earlier with men, that physical realm exists with us. So the freedom of speech thing, from young, you kind of know that doesn't really exist because you've had a punch in your face a few times, you've had a few fights for stuff you said.
It's true.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? You said some stuff to that dude and laughed and he thought it was funny and then he was scrapping for the next 3 weeks. Everywhere you saw him. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you already know that you can't just say whatever you like. Do you get what I mean? Especially not to them guys who are taller than you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of work that out from young.
You know, if you're in a house with girls and boys as well, siblings, I realised that sometimes I think that girls with mums sometimes had less freedom of speech. So it's funny that different environments how it changes. Because
Did you just say girls with mums?
females and their mums? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and I was thinking girls because I'm talking about them days. You know, like the teenage days, like young girls. Young girls and their mums. They have like young girls have less freedom of speech than the young boys with their parents.
Definitely.
Especially with their mums.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Especially with their mums. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas we get like, I don't know, things maybe change, but I remember like boys had a lot more, could get
more freedom. Like you could play outside longer if you're a boy. If you're a girl, you had to come in.
It might take longer for you to get licks as well. You know you get licks, but you know like sometimes you see girls, your sisters or your female cousins getting licked. You're like, oh,
It's true.
because the women getting, they're ready to give the girls different kind of licks. You know what I'm saying? You know we get licked. Sometimes you see that again amongst women. I don't think that freedom of speech is strong as much as it is, because they will, again, women will.
Exactly. Yeah, a girl will feel more confident saying things out of a comfort zone or
to a man,
to a guy rather than a girl.
Yeah, to another
obviously
female.
it's gonna be a fight where you know the guy ain't really gonna fight you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
He
if
shouldn't.
And if
He
he does,
He shouldn't.
like, oh,
He shouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
Yeah.
And even on top of it, like a woman will argue with a woman. Like, men are not really supposed to argue with women.
It just feels wrong.
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
Yeah.
So when you do see it, you just feel like, really?
Yeah,
It's weird. It's weird.
You're arguing for that. You're trying to tell your friends something like, bro, it's not arguing.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. Yeah, it's weird.
I'm glad I got over that shit very young.
Yeah, trust me, man. You have to realise it's a serenity prayer, by the way. That's all it is. You
know what I'm saying?
It's just the wisdom to know what you can and can't affect. You know what I mean? Once you know what you can't, and you leave that be.
Exactly.
Pick your battles wisely. You know what I mean? You don't even get involved on where you're like, okay.
And you remember that you got told that a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You thought you didn't realise that you was arguing with women. You're like, oh no.
You have to check yourself in it. Yeah, exactly.
No, you see what it is as well. Sometimes, again, it goes back to, I always say it, it's what you place importance on. So sometimes you just care too much, and you're trying to bend things to your will.
Yeah.
You don't realise that that's not how it works, and that's the penny that drops later on in your life. You realise, like, oh, I'm not actually supposed to be pulling it over here.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because if there's that much resistance, it's probably not supposed to be. It's real simple. Do you get what I mean? And once you clock that, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Do you get what I'm saying?
Serious.
Why would I ever be trying to, do you get what I'm saying? Pull someone's collar like Saka. Do you know what I mean? I don't need to get what I'm saying, for you to be here, because you would just be here if that's what you,
if you want to be here.
It's real simple.
I think it's too implementing in people to have arguments in relationship as well. To have this thing where you're requesting or request, and both guys and girls, you know, so it's like you're the request level and the fantasy level and people and everyone's side. That's such a crazy place. Yeah. Even at certain ages, it's like that's why a lot of people can't even.
But that in itself is a Pandora's box, fantasizing, because that's what women do. It goes back to the mental. Women fantasize. We don't do that. See, like, people think that men fantasize because we ogle and we stare and we're visual, but we don't fantasize. It's not what we do. Do you get what I mean? Even when you hear a dude say, "Oh, I smashed the granny out of that," or whatever he says, he's not visualizing that. He's not fantasizing about that. He's not sitting there in some daydream like, "Oh my days, blah blah blah." But you saw the eyebrow. Women fantasize. Women fantasize. It's a part of something that we can't really get down with because we don't really understand it. Do you get what I mean? We don't get me wrong. We all have wet dreams. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying when it comes to fantasizing, like, see, like how you just sitting there now. Like, we can't do that. We can't just sit here now and be in the room with you, but then still be somewhere. We can't do that. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's something that women do. So expound. Tell us about the fantasizing. How do you guys do this?
Marriage is one of the biggest ones that come down to that fantasizing thing. You know what I mean?
okay,
Like,
yeah, like
it's
you gotta-
because you lot have already visualized the dress, the day, how it's gonna go, how you're
Yeah.
gonna walk down, who you're gonna.
We
you
do
know
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
foreplanning, didn't we?
Yeah. So that I feel like from a
I'm
very
not talking
young
about
age-
that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about fantasizing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but marriage is part of that. I'm not talking about getting married. How it's gonna be.
No,
From
no,
when
you
they were
know
such
what
a
I'm
young
saying to you.
age.
No, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying to you.
They've-
This is
they've
what
built-
I'm
Like he
saying to you.
wants
This
to
is-
open
let
the
me break
Pandora's
it
box
down. Let me
again,
break it down. Let me break it
Yeah.
down. We're walking down the road, yeah.
Mhm.
We see things, yeah. We see women, boom, 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 all over the place, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're visual, innit? So we see them, and like you said, whatever part of their anatomy that springs out to us, we do the visual thing, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah? Cool. But it's not, that's what I'm saying. We don't have, like I said, daydreams, innit? We don't daydream like that. It's not like a moment. It's
I
not
know,
like,
I get what you're saying because it's like, okay, like, all right, you know, back in the day, you posters on the wall, you fantasize about that person, and then you start like saying, yeah, me and that person's good. I'm gonna be that with that
Thank
band
you.
guy. You know what I mean?
Thank
That's
you.
my guy. And you
Thank
just
you.
seem to have that
Thank
picture in your head
you.
that one day you're gonna meet him and you are actually gonna get together.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Talk it,
Yeah,
talk
so-
it, man. You see what I'm saying? I've been around enough women to know.
Yeah.
Even the marriage ring, like I said, like
Yeah,
the way it gets painted.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like that's what I'm saying. Like in us as guys, we don't. Our reasons for wanting to get married is different to women's.
Yeah, definitely.
Like even how they see it. Like I say, sometimes I don't even think a woman needs to be in love to want to get married.
No.
She wants to date.
No, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
They want the date more than they want the love. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And a man's reason for getting married is totally different to a woman's. And I always say that. I don't even want to go into what my beliefs in that is because it's more needy reasons I believe more than just being in awe and him wanting to get married since he was a young boy.
Was that a man
Yeah,
getting married?
yeah. It's more of a need. I feel like sometimes it's more needy, not needy in a bad way, but just
No, I just think that
it's more needed.
I just think that a lot of people see it as because there's loads of different people in the middle of this, so I'm not going to say everybody whatever. So it's not a blanket statement because there's obviously people who just do it just to make her happy. I know people
Yeah,
who got married
just
just
to
because
make them-
that's just something she's always wanted, and you just do it for her, and
And
it
they
means
don't-
so
they don't
much to
care,
her.
yeah.
You just do it, and it's
Yeah.
just nothing to them.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? They're not even religious, but they've done it in a church. You know them ones
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
Like I know loads of different scenarios of
Yeah,
people who got married, but at the same time, generally, like you said, if we're talking about men who get married, I think a lot of men kind of see it as, and I'm just generalizing here, I don't like to, but like I said, I think a lot of men see it as like, I've locked her down, isn't it? Like she's mine now, kind of thing. Like as much as somebody could be,
It's mine.
as much as somebody
That's what
could
I mean.
be.
That's what I
I've
mean.
put a ring on her. Like I put a ring. Yeah, I put a ring on it.
There's a
innit?
need.
Listen, yeah, I put a ring on it.
Yeah. Simple.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Think about it. So that's like it's like claiming something.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, now we're married. Now she's mine. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I own her. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's my wife. She can't. And it's almost like, well, I think as well, because of like, especially if you get married in a church and all of that kind of stuff, I think a lot of people see it as like, you can't leave me.
They do.
You can't leave me.
They do.
You can't leave me. We're married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're married. What are you going to do now?
Yeah.
We're married.
Yeah.
What? So you're just going to leave me?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't leave me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? We're married.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that's another side of it as well. Like I said, like laying claim, isn't it? Like just
Yeah.
like ownership, basically.
Definitely.
It's like back in the day with the dowry and that. Do you know what I mean? It's like bringing the 4 cows or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's like, okay, cool. I put a ring on her. Do you get what I'm saying? I paid for the. Do you know what I mean? The 25 bags for the thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's me,
it,
innit?
that's
That's me,
mine.
innit? That's mine now,
Yeah.
innit? So
Can't tell me nothing.
even if I don't do nothing beyond this point, we don't have no holidays, no nights out. Do you get what I'm saying? If all I do is go to work and pay for this bloody house, she's mine, and she can't say nothing
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
because I ain't cheated on her and I bought the ring.
Pay for the wedding.
She's got a half decent car. What more does she want?
Yeah. Got a roof over your
Let me ask
head.
you this
Got a
question,
husband.
Princess, as well.
Sorry.
Let me ask you this question. What's a deal breaker? What's the deal breaker for you?
In what way? What do you
In-
mean?
in-
As
for men.
in-
Like, what things will put you off, and what things are the ones?
being possessive puts me off.
Mm-hmm.
There's being like nurturing and wanting to be with someone, but then it gets too much when it gets overpowering, and that's a big turn off.
Yeah.
Because then it's like they're not allowing you to do anything. It's like everything you got to ask them first. Like, you're not my dad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, I've had that stage already with mum. I've left mummies now. I'm a woman.
Yeah.
Why should I still feel I have to go into that role of, oh, can I go out with the girls?
Yeah.
No, I'm going out.
Yeah.
Like you go out with your lads.
Let's talk about going out with the girls, though.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about going out with the girls. Since you know, I don't know why you like love to digress, you know, but you know
It's all
what?
good, man.
No. We're gonna scrap the whole first hour. No, I'm joking. No, but seriously, let's digress because when you talk about going out with the girls,
Yeah.
let's just be real.
Mm-hmm.
You're outnumbered in the room today, so I'm not gonna highlight the fact. But what I'm just gonna say is, there's man in the room, and I'm just gonna make some. You don't even say nothing, yeah. But just think about this. How many women have you slept with that had boyfriends? Boop, boop. And how many of those women were on a night out with the girls?
See, things like that I don't like because you just make it bad for the women that misbehave.
Not necessarily.
And then you always have that in your back of your mind.
But
Girls'
I'm just
night.
here to ask the questions.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just, I'm
You know that if you had a man,
Yeah.
that you saw and rated a certain way, you wouldn't want to go nowhere.
that too. That
So
too.
it's like-
but you got to have that. When you say
No,
girls'
no,
night
no,
out,
no,
you
no,
got
no, 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 no.
girls'
Listen,
night doesn't
listen.
mean party, you know.
Listen.
Can be going out for dinner and stuff like that.
Let's not get confused. Yeah, women go out. That's what women do. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that. But what the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make. No. Whoa.
No, but you do get but you do get some guys like that. You
Whoa.
have to like ask.
Yeah,
They just don't want you.
definitely. They want
If they
you to go
can't
nowhere.
see you,
Yeah.
they just don't want you going anywhere.
Yeah.
Even if to your family,
Anywhere.
they don't want you going anywhere.
Listen. You know what's sick? 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 You know what's sick?
I have
You know
to
what's
think
sick?
about it for a second.
There's man who've accused their girl of sleeping with their family members.
Isn't it? All that
Like
stupidness.
literally. Like
All that
literally.
foolery.
Like I know you're sleeping with him.
Yeah, it's like what?
Like, that's my cousin.
Just because you and your cousin might be tight and they're
No,
a boy.
you're too tight. No, you're too tight. You're too tight. You must be sleeping with him.
Yeah.
You must be in it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like there is sickos out there, so we're not gonna negate that fact. There's a lot of mental health
There
in the community, so we're not gonna ignore that.
That's
But at
just
the same
mad,
time-
man. Like you know, like there are a lot of ordinary people that are not so fully mad.
Yeah, we got the normal ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
her.
No, definitely.
Yeah, saying her.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
just on a general level, like I say, those are the guys that think they're alpha but they're beta. And I'm not saying like again, I don't really care about them words neither. But I'm just saying it's like a lot of high progressive stuff that people do. They don't realize that they're the opposite of what they're trying to be.
Yeah.
So they're sometimes even less confident in themselves than the guy that's like.
And that's,
Do you know
and that's
what?
what it boils down to. Me,
I
that's
don't
what
like
it
the way
boils
this
down
conversation's
to.
going. This is not the
confidence
draw
thing.
out stuff. Listen, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on the table because you lot just going. I don't know where you're going, but since we're talking about this stuff, let's go here then. Let me ask you a question. What is worse? Sleeping with somebody you have absolutely no feelings for? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or being in a relationship whilst also flirting with the other dude, do you understand what I'm saying? Who you probably should be with, but he's not really exciting enough. Not like the other dude who's actually breaking your heart every week. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? Who you're actually in a relationship with. Yeah? You know that guy? No, the relationship, yeah? You're in that relationship with, but the other nice guy, probably at work or wherever, who's been trying for the last 3 years to just be a good guy and do the right thing, who doesn't really excite you enough. Do you know what I mean? But then on a night out with the girls, you end up sleeping with this other dude. Not gonna mention no names. No, but seriously, you end up sleeping with this other dude.
What a good guy.
No, just a random dude. Because remember, in the middle of all this madness that's going on, because that's the kerfuffle. Basically, what I'm saying to you is women will make you feel bad about cheating with a random person who you had no feelings for, while she was flirting with the other dude, because she was debating about whether or not she was even going to be with you, whilst she slept with the other dude in the rave.
That sounds like a situation.
Yeah, sounds
That
like
just
a
hurt my
personal-
head.
So what I'm asking is which one's worse? What women tend to do on the normals, or what men tend to do on the normals?
They're both worse.
No. Hold on a second. So hold on. Let me get this right. So what you're saying is
They're both cheating, so they're both worse.
I just think like a lot of people don't go through their like.
What I'm
People
saying
go
to you
through
is this.
them.
What I'm
Yeah,
saying to you,
if people like,
And
if
again, it
people-
comes to that fantasizing thing,
Yeah,
because there's like
but-
someone you fantasize that you like, but then they might not like you back. So what
That's
do you
right.
do? Then
Yeah.
you go to someone else. Okay,
but
See?
but
That
no,
will
but
have to do,
but the
but it's not
fantasizing
the
thing.
actual
No, but the
one.
fantasizing
There you
thing
go.
works both ways.
Answer
The
the
fantasizing no, but the fantasizing thing works both ways, because you fantasize about the Carlton dude who is not really sexually attractive, but you know would be a good guy, and what it would be like. You still fantasize about that as well, even though you're not going to go down that road. That's why you've never slept with him, even after all of his
I think that's
advances.
not- they don't fantasize that guy. They should.
No.
Strategize that.
No.
guy.
They do. They fantasize that. That's why they know they can't be with him. Because they fantasized about the life with him. And they're just like,
It didn't work.
nah, man. Like, I've done it 3 different ways and it just doesn't feel like home. It don't feel like where I need to be. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't think it's fantasizing that point. I think it's, as you said,
Yeah.
the strategizing thing. I think it's
Yeah.
more that, like, it could have been, but I don't like his feet. Or
And if I do,
yeah,
it's
something.
because
Yeah.
he can pay my bills. And
Yeah.
he might be able to take me on holiday, and he might be able to do. So that's
Fantasizing
not strategy.
things
The
different.
fantasizing is like you said, we just look at a man and be like,
But are you doing the same thing with fantasizing you were doing with freedom of speech? Thinking it was only like one thing?
no, because I said
The reason why, but hear what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Hear what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is we're visual, yeah?
Yeah.
We said that already. You lot are mental. I say you lot, but
Yeah.
respectfully. The point is, with that said, like, that is something they visualize. The strategy is visualized.
But a fantasy
And
is different
no, listen.
to
But I'm getting
a
there.
nightmare.
No, but hear what I'm saying to you. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Is it?
Yeah,
No. It's the same thing, just different outcomes.
yeah. That's what I mean.
Just like a dream. Just like a dream.
Yeah.
A dream is a dream, but a nightmare is still a dream. It's just a bad dream.
Bad one.
No, that's what I'm
Do you
saying.
understand?
But a fantasy. When I think
That's why when your kids wake up screaming, you don't say, "Did you have a nightmare?" You say, "Oh, did you have a bad dream?" Or, do you get what I'm saying? Because it's a dream, and you're aware it's the same thing.
You know what I mean? Like Mariah Carey's song.
No, but that's my point. No, but that's my point. Is that there's not one type of fantasy. That's my
No,
point.
but just the word, it sounds like fantastic.
Yeah,
No, but
it's
but
that-
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You're making it into superlatives.
Yeah.
You're making it into a superlative.
Yeah.
I'm saying to you that a fantasy is a fantasy. There's good fantasies, there's bad fantasies, there's all types of fantasies, but you're still fantasizing.
Okay.
Irrelevant of whether it's good or bad. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whether you liked it or you didn't like it, because you visualized it to a point where you've created it in your mind to be something other than just the physical that what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? If I look at you now, I'm looking at you. But if I now picture you on a beach, that's fantasizing.
Yeah.
I'm now creating a. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is what I'm saying to you. We visualize it. We look. We say, "Oh, look at the rah rah rah," and we're like, "Oh yeah." Rah. That's visualizing. We're looking at something like, "Wah."
Yeah.
But what they do is they're like, "Oh my God, he's 6'5" with dreads. Oh, look at this color of his skin." And then they drift off into that place with him.
Yeah.
This two different things. See how she's busted up. See what I'm saying? Come on. Don't leave me hanging. Don't, hey, no, there's two more. Come on, one more. Don't ever leave me hanging. Yeah, I grew up with too many women. Don't ever tell me. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my Kevin Samuels. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to teach you since you brought it here. You know what I'm saying? Since you brought it here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let you know. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah?
it's a different
So
kind
when
of
you
thing.
disagree, let me know.
I disagree.
I think again.
So now I'm still fantasizing about Usher. About
See what
he had a
I'm
baby
saying?
the other day. And I said that baby should have been mine.
See what I'm saying? Yeah? The difference between visualizing and fantasizing. Yeah? That's the difference right there.
But also,
Yeah?
that difference when you meet that person, you're like,
No.
I've seen that a few times.
No.
They met the person that they was fantasizing
No.
over, and it was like,
Actually,
No. They just ain't gonna do the crazy stuff that they said they was gonna do when they see him. That's the only difference. Now they've realised that you don't look as good in the airbrush photo and you are receding. Now they might not do the crazy stuff they said they was going to do when they see you, but they're still going to see you, hug you, kiss you, go crazy, stand there, go, oh my God. They're still going to do all of that because you're Usher. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's love still. You have to respect it. But like I said, the long and the short of it is, we'll play Too Cool for School when we see the thing that we've been visualising on Instagram for the last 6 months.
It's true.
You get what I'm saying? We'll be like, yeah, what you saying? You alright, yeah?
Yeah, the man them hold their feelings for true.
And start visualising again, like,
Is it rare?
so, dude,
will
why are you
never
looking at her
know.
calves? You see what I'm saying? We're visual. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, I don't know how we got here. I don't know. But again, like I said, it's
Always
freedom of
goes
speech.
like
So we
that,
can
though,
get.
innit?
That's what I said. It's freedom
Yeah,
of speech. So we can
freedom,
say what
innit?
we want. To be
because
fair.
Exactly.
Again, even when it comes to that,
But-
what people like, again, if you like someone, the level of freedom of speech that they have is different.
Yeah, but do you know what? You didn't even finish the point, which is the way men, quote unquote, cheat generally, yeah, and the way women cheat generally. The way women cheat on a general is not looked at as a bad thing
That's all.
because you don't really see it.
Yeah.
It's not really spoken about. It happens on girls' nights out and everyone's on the payroll. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what's actually bad? Is it what you're doing or is it getting caught?
Getting caught.
You're getting caught, innit?
Okay, do you see what I'm saying?
if you-
Because if women got caught on girls' nights out, do you know what I'm saying? They'd be looked at as dogs, dirty, this one, that one, blah, blah, blah. Because like I said, I'll go back to my point, and there's men in the room. How many women have you slept with that had boyfriends? And how many of those women were on a girls' night out?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, James Brown right now, drop the mic.
I was just about to say, boom. It's like silence. Like,
That's why I said it always comes down to me is like if your girl wants to go out too much, I understand like it's not a controlling thing, but if your girl wants to go out too much, it's not about me wanting to control her, but I will observe that.
But no, but the thing
I
is,
understand that.
there's
And I
the
can see
there's-
why you would do that because you wouldn't like that back. She wouldn't like that back if every minute you're going out with the guys. Like, hold on a minute, but what's
Exactly.
this? You got to have that balance
And when
kind
I
of
did have a
thing.
relationship like that where we was both raving all the time,
It just ends-
No, that's a madness. That's a
It just
madness.
ends-
That's a madness. See, them relationships don't work.
Yeah.
Or they just become drug fueled.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
You're
No, because
each other after each other's raves.
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much raving going on. It's just too much raving. It's too much raving. It's too much raving. It's too much raving. No one's supposed to be raving like that. You're supposed to have a normal life to a degree, and then go out and enjoy yourself and express yourself. You're not supposed to just be out all the time.
Every
You
weekend
know what I'm
you wanna
saying?
go
But
out.
Tuesday you're coming in, and you're just like, yeah, I'm
Oh,
drunk,
stop
man.
it.
Like, it's Tuesday morning. It's like,
The one's there. You got late Friday night after the rave.
Yeah, it's just
And you're
ridiculous.
there for Saturday, but you got to go back to your yard on Sunday.
and then you still find time to get to a wine bar on Wednesday. You're
You
like,
understand? Can't be.
why are we here on a Wednesday night? It's like, no, it's my friend. He DJs.
You know the one's there.
All right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's another excuse to start drinking again.
Yeah, it does show you what kind of relationship you've got. If you're both or either or, one of you's going out a lot more than you need to, and if do you know, because at the same time you should be going out together.
The problem,
I was
no,
just
the
about to
problem,
say
no, the
that as
problem,
well.
no, the problem is.
Sometimes you can. Why?
No, the
doesn't
problem
that
is
happen?
when you get the false advertising. You know, the ones who pretend like they don't like raving because they think you don't like raving because you never ever spoke about raving or went out.
And as soon as it happens,
then-
they want to get vexed.
No, and then as soon as you get into something, all of a sudden they're screaming with you because
You don't.
they're like, no, because they want to go out, but they don't want to look like the person who always wants to go out because they told you they didn't like raving. And you're like, you could just go
Just
out.
got technical.
No, you
there.
can just go out. Like, it's not me.
Yeah.
I don't actually have a problem with it. Like, you can genuinely go out. I know you're upset. So I put it on you, like, I know you're upset. It's like, you can come. It's like, genuinely don't want to. It's like, you're good. Yeah. I mean, you just upset that you lied. If you was a raver, you could just said, I like raving. It's fine.
When you like say you know your partner, you know yourself, and you know why you picked your partner, those things don't bother you.
Exactly.
Like I said to you, the things that they're going out, that's reading girls' nights out, whatever they're going to do, because it's where they're going.
Yeah.
You know, so I always said this as well. I wouldn't like see when Chocolate City and all them kind of things. If I wanted to go with her friends to that, I wouldn't give her monkeys. Then I'm not there.
Yeah, but you see, no, but the thing is, the thing is though, if you had a female version of that, your missus would screw if you went.
Yeah,
That's the actual joke.
yeah.
Because
What? Because what? See, here we go.
Yeah.
Go on.
The guys were more likely to make things go further or
What?
find some.
No, hold on a second. Have you seen women at Chocolate City?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I've seen
Listen,
girls at
the guys are
Chocolate
not allowed
City.
to touch strippers more time. So,
But-
do you know what I'm saying? So it's like women are allowed to touch these guys. They get lifted up in
Touch,
the air, drop
touch,
down.
bruv.
Yeah, I'm
Bruv,
not
people are
disputing
giving
that.
people straight up blowjobs, bruv.
Yeah.
On the thing, there's nothing about it.
Blowies
Everything.
behind the towel.
Hand jobs, everything. Foot jobs, everything, bruv. Yeah, twerking, all kinds of thing, bruv. You get what I'm saying?
I've
Yeah,
seen-
and that's a girl's night out, by the
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
But when I mean by that now, I'm meaning like you're in that moment. You're
I'm
in
just
that.
starting to
You're
feel.
in
I'm
that
just starting to
moment.
feel like this
Dancing,
cheating thing is
crazy.
something that women just use to make man feel bad.
I think that word cheating is even crazy. We need a whole episode of that.
No, I'm not gonna go into that. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, I just started to feel like it's something that people use to just make people feel bad.
Yeah. Because
I'm not saying that everybody's cheating. I'm saying there is loyal and faithful people. I'm just
Yeah.
saying
Context of
when
the
we
game.
generalize, I'm saying
Yeah.
that with the general.
When I
do
was
you get what I'm
saying about what it is like, girls now, okay, we'll go on. Some girls probably gone bad, whatever, at the Chocolate Sea, whatever. But then they're gonna come home. But the guy now will
Come
be in
on,
that
she's already
mode.
giving him a blowjob. We coming on?
No, let's
kiss
not-
me on my
let's
neck
not-
and my youth.
All right, let's
you
not
wanna
go to
kiss
that
my youth
extreme.
on his face?
Why are we going to that extreme
Listen,
though?
don't start.
Why are we going to that
listen,
extreme
You're gonna make
though?
me sound crazy, huh?
Why are we going to that
Sorry,
extreme
sorry.
though? Like,
No, but that's what we've seen it though. We've
guys
seen the videos.
are more likely in that mood, in
You
that
can't
setting
say
to go.
that though when we've
Jer-
seen the videos.
Hey,
We've
No.
seen the videos. Like, do you get what I'm
Don't do
saying?
that.
Huh?
Yeah. That she's lying. Because
She knows she's lying. That's what.
you don't even let me speak to say what I'm
Guys
saying.
are more
innit?
likely to be a gal if he was just stripper. No, we don't. That's not true.
Not the girls. You don't have to do the strippers, but
Oh.
in the scene, it could be a girl in that scene.
No,
You're
but they
in that
give him
moment.
noise to the stripper more time in Chocolate City.
All right, let's
They
pretend
don't
they're
have to
not.
cheat with
let's
somebody in the scene. They're doing it with the stripper.
Yes.
They've
Let's say
already
they're not
had a
doing it
sexual
with the
encounter
stripper.
with the stripper.
All right, you're lot going.
Go.
Say they're not doing that, and it's
Okay.
just a normal, woohoo with the guy. Girls are gonna come home. A guy in that scene, in that mode, they're more likely to find a girl, take her number, do something on that night or something.
Bullshit.
Okay.
And you know what I always say, yeah?
Women take just as much numbers as men do.
Exactly. You see, you lot. You see.
In fact,
This is why we need another
in fact-
woman on the show, please, ladies. Please come
females'
forward.
access to
If-
sex is totally different to men. You lot, like, if you wanted to go out now, yeah, and like your intention was to have sex before you get home, you could achieve that as a female. If any of us wanted to do that, as much as we got game, as good looking as we may be, we wouldn't be able to achieve what you could achieve as a woman in terms of unless we paid for it. But if a woman wants to have sex, she can achieve that. Yeah,
Maybe, but it's
anytime
not-
she
it's
wants.
not like that.
A lot easier than
Because
men.
then the guys are
So-
willing to free up, so you just buffers, but just as bad.
No, but I'm saying that your access to it. You see, like you said, like you know, like
The
with
reason why the men are willing to free up is because they don't have access to it.
They
So
don't have access
anytime
to
you
it.
get any kind of offer
Man's
or
always got
suggestion,
access to the.
No, they've got
anytime
access,
you
it's
get
not like
offer
that,
or
but-
suggestions,
Yeah.
you jump and run. If you're a normal red-blooded male,
Yeah.
most normal red-blooded males, they cannot believe. That's why I gave you the example earlier. If a woman ogles you, you're like, oh my days, you can't even believe it. It's mad. It's a madness.
Why?
That's why, as well, I'm not even going to lie to you. A lot of men get caught up just from the suggestion that somebody else could even be interested in them.
yes,
Because when they're in relationships, they do this whole thing like, yeah, with the missus, blah, blah, blah. So when they get attention outside of whatever, they're like, raw.
I still got it.
I find that very
Like, she's
strange.
actually... But women would, though.
Yeah.
This is the point. Just like I find the whole fantasizing thing strange. So fill me in. Let me know how to tap into that part of my...
I think those parts of the cells
Get
do not
it.
exist in the male. Don't worry about
No, I
that.
don't think
I
that's
don't know.
true.
I can't explain
they
that for
do.
you. I don't know. I don't know why. It
How to
doesn't-
drift away.
I know how to drift away, but I don't know why it doesn't happen in males. I
No,
don't-
it's
I
not that it
don't
doesn't
know.
happen. It's just that we just don't tap into
let me
that.
go to the point. I was
'Cause
saying
maybe
my
you're too
brethren's
harsh.
rave, yeah? My brethren had a
Lower
rave,
your stuff down,
and he used
mate.
to have male strippers at his rave, yeah, before the rave started, and the male strippers was just for the girls, yeah.
Mm.
So women would come earlier and then they'll have the male strippers, and then the rave would happen after. When I tell you, these are the most horniest raves you've ever seen. Yeah,
It's the whole
every
setting,
single
isn't it?
girl, but the women are like they're more horny than you've ever seen them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like and
Bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like and the whole and the rave is.
Well,
full
maybe
of
it's
the
because a
women.
woman
That's
really
why-
can't
that's
put
why I
herself
love-
out there
that's-
like
bro,
a guy.
bro.
So
That's why I
obviously
laugh,
she's gonna
yeah,
get
because
aroused and
I
horny
actually
like
know
that.
male strippers, innit? Like
Yeah.
I actually know them personally, and the joke of it is that's why I had to laugh when you say like a man's more likely to. I'm like, huh?
No.
What? Like, listen, a guy has a stripper, like you said. Most of the time, he's not even allowed to touch them.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? The most you can do if you was a dude would probably be
But I
get
wasn't
a
saying
number.
about
If
touching
you're
strippers,
really
so-
smooth, if
Yeah.
you're really smooth, you might hear me. From the strippers, you might be able to get like a number if you're really smooth. Yeah. Going back to what you were saying, the general crowd, it's usually males. Do you get what I mean? If there is a woman there by any random chance, she's usually with somebody or a group of males, which makes it even harder to work out who she's actually with. Do you get what I'm saying? So the likelihood of pulling somebody on a night out with a stripper is quite low, really.
Yeah.
Like you said, if they left there and went to a club or whatever after that,
Yeah,
like
well, that's
the whole
what I'm saying,
like
it's the whole mood
ex- no,
intertwined
no,
because
no.
obviously you're
But I'm
gonna
agreeing with
that's just a starter.
No, but I'm
and then
agreeing
you're gonna
with
go into yeah.
No, but I'm
then you're
agreeing
gonna
with you.
go
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you were saying to me like leaving there and going to a club, you know, like carrying on the night into
Yeah.
another setting,
Yeah.
then I'd say yeah,
Yeah,
more than
but
likely
you didn't
that
let
could
me
happen.
finish.
It wasn't me.
And
You
you
did
know-
all of you let me
And you know
finish.
what it is? That's more time. Yeah, kind of strippers that you're talking about for men. I have more time in Atlanta. If you understand what I'm saying, they're not like the ones that you got here. They're not really.
No.
I know.
Listen. I wouldn't say that. I would just say.
I'm not saying there's no one.
Women.
But I'm saying majority of the ones that you got here, them spearmint rhinos, whores. and-
Yeah, but like I
Yeah.
say, there's strippers, man. Women go on hen do's all the time.
No, I
Do you know
know,
what I mean?
but I'm
There's-
saying,
no,
bruv,
no,
they're
I'm
not
no.
my
I'm
bitches,
saying.
like,
I think you're doing what I used to do, which is ignoring the power of the internet, bro. Women are hiring strippers, bro, and they're not all spearmint rhino dudes, whatever you're thinking, bro. I'm telling you,
I know that. I'm not saying that.
there's
I'm just
dudes
saying-
out
I'm
there
just saying
stripping, bro.
generally-
More variety.
generally-
there's dudes out there stripping, and I know a few. Do you
No,
get
I'm
what I'm
not saying that they're not.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying that I'm talking about the women strippers. Us,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying you get the men strippers like that are the same that can match the American ones. Yeah, yeah. You can get Chocolate City here and all them kind of things. Yeah, then the English versions or whatever. Even all the guys coming from America. Yeah, unless then even if it's a stripper event here. Yeah, I'm saying I know I'll do videos in it, so I know girls that do that, all of that stuff in it. Yeah, so it's not like I don't, but I'm saying we're not in Atlanta. So if it was a night out,
Yeah.
you know, unless we organised it and paid for these particular girls that do this, we can get that look that we want.
Yeah.
That's the only way we can get that look that we want. If you're
Yeah.
going to a strip club in London, you're not really gonna be. It's not that kind of vibe where you're gonna go to a rave and you're like that girl in the strip club.
And
turned me on
going
so-
back to the Chocolate City, because that's what we was talking about. In those type of events, what women do just with the acts alone, that's what I'm trying to
Yes.
say. You don't have to draw nobody or go to a club or extend the night further, because the acts that are happening on the stage alone, they warrant a lot of, like, I don't even know what you would call it. Like, you'd have to address that. Like, if it was like I said, if it was
But
the
how
other
they
way
allow
around.
them? Yeah, it just goes back to that thing, innit? Women are, I suppose, allowed to do certain things that men can't do because how
Yeah.
are they
Yeah.
allowing that?
Yeah.
Because the guy's never gonna really, what's he gonna do? Like, what's he really gonna do? Like,
Well, then don't you think it's a thing where it's because the man's allowing it? As I said, the man allows certain things. Because a girl now, a stripper wouldn't allow you to touch her, but the male is. Why?
because he knows
Society.
one, the society,
shouldn't, though.
one, the society,
Be
and two,
professional.
one, the society, and two, he knows the women are gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
knows that.
the men could want to do certain
Yeah.
things to the women too, but they don't allow that.
Because of how it will be viewed.
So we've already that we understand that.
Okay.
So do you know what I'm saying? So if you're a man, unless a woman puts your hand on her, you're not gonna do that. That's what I'm saying. Most of these places, people are gonna get chucked out for these things. So the women got more. Again, they got more access to do different things. You know what I'm saying? When they go with these strippers, and then when women are with crowds of women,
That's what I'm saying to you.
they're different women.
I've seen
Yeah, it's not the same.
I've seen it, man.
You see
Groups of women
Look how
are
nice
savage. Groups of
Privileges
women,
right now.
Don't
yeah.
involve me, you know.
Groups of
I
women
don't go to
are
the-
savage, bro. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted.
I've never experienced that, so I'm still a virgin.
The
so-
Soca bandits. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Like I say,
Trying to draw me out here.
Yeah. That's what they'll be called. You know what I mean? The Soca bandits. You know what I mean?
Have some water.
yeah, man.
No, but it's crazy, man. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, the freedom of anything. Yeah.
And you don't just jump to freedom of speech now. You just went all the way left, and now you're gonna go back.
No, I said freedom of anything.
No, but it's
So-
still intertwining, isn't
Yeah,
it? Because
mm.
again,
So,
it's the
like-
freedom of the man the woman can touch the man more than women. Men can touch the women.
Yeah,
and
I
all
think
that
the
stuff.
more freedom we let in our relationships, the better.
I
Because-
agree with that.
Yeah. It's
Especially when you feed off of each other, you know each other just ins
Yeah.
and outs. You won't feel threatened
Exactly.
or.
But
what's
is
the
it a
word?
case of threatened or is it a case of boundaries? We've had this conversation before. There's boundaries for a reason.
But like you said, you know, if you
That you know you're not gonna step them,
you
though.
just drift, innit?
No, you missed my point. What I'm saying to you is that there's boundaries for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise,
Yeah.
you run into a stance.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
So you meet someone that meets your boundaries. Do you know what I mean?
No, but
There's
again,
no trying to go with someone
again.
far from your boundaries.
Again, is it for you to meet somebody and set boundaries?
Yeah, no, you're gonna meet someone that's
But isn't it? But doesn't that go against freedom? Like meeting somebody and setting boundaries, doesn't that go against
I didn't
freedom?
say set boundaries. I'm saying
I
meet
didn't say you
someone-
said that. I'm
No,
just
meet
saying.
someone with similar boundaries
But how would you know that?
because of their upbringing.
And then getting to know
Don't-
them as well.
You don't
And
know
then, as I
someone's,
said,
you don't know
if you,
someone's boundaries
if you
until they're pressed.
Not fully, but you
You
understand.
don't know someone's boundaries until they're pressed.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. You know their basic boundaries, fam.
No, you don't. You know your what they call it, trivial likes and dislikes.
That's basic boundaries.
That's not boundaries. That's not boundaries. You know that they like blue and you like blue. You know what I mean? You know that they like spaghetti and you like spaghetti.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you know
That's
that
not boundaries.
They wouldn't be like to spoke to in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be like to.
No. You learn that stuff over a period of time.
So what do you mean by boundaries? Then? Give me the specifics of boundaries.
You just gave one, like they don't like to be spoken to in a specific way, or whatever. That's something you learn over a period of time. Because most people, when they meet someone, they want them to like them. So you wouldn't ever get in a situation where you speak to them in any type of way. That would happen over a period of time. You'd have to be in certain scenarios with them for you to even get in a position to say anything that they would dislike. Or
Have you ever felt like you could corrupt someone though? You know, like you ever met a girl and she was so nice that you thought, you know what, I don't even want to bring her into this world.
oh yeah, definitely.
You know
That's
what I'm
standard.
saying? So that's what I mean. It's like, you know, like meeting someone that sometimes when we do meet people that meet our boundaries, if you know what I'm saying, just naturally.
No,
we kinda-
what I'm saying to you this is that boundaries are something that are set. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You set boundaries. See what I mean? So what I'm saying is if you set boundaries, isn't that going against freedom? That's what I'm trying to say.
But if you understand your boundaries, you can meet someone.
No. What I'm saying is your boundaries are yours.
Yeah, that's why you should understand yours.
No, you said someone who meets your boundaries or who.
Yeah, like they'll meet him without you even saying it.
But this is the thing: is that you won't know until you know. So you basically what I'm trying to say to you is
You need to have a
boundaries.
bad relationship and then you'll know your boundaries.
No. What I'm saying is it's not about you knowing yours. It's about you setting them or not. So what I'm saying is, remember, it's freedom, isn't it? So what I'm saying is you could meet somebody and you could set your boundaries, but then that's not freedom because you're giving them a contract to work
blocking them
with.
from doing certain
You're giving them a contract to work with. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas if you meet somebody and like you were saying, you organically let it do what it does and it will be what it is, then as you said, they may or may not fit within those boundaries as you put it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's not something you would ever put up for them to see.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's not something you would set. You wouldn't set them.
Yeah.
So can you actually call them boundaries? Because that's what I'm saying. That's freedom, isn't it? You meet somebody within that relationship, and you, like you said, you want your relationship to be as free as possible. So you wouldn't meet them and set boundaries,
No, you said compromise.
even if you have your own. Even if you have your own.
That's when it comes compromise.
Hmm?
I know it might
No, but
sound
that's what is
sexualized.
that. No, but that's why it is compromise because they didn't know that you had that boundary. That was the
Yeah.
compromise. That was the compromise.
Yeah.
Not bringing it to the forefront in the first place.
That's why it's not. I feel like compromise is not setting boundaries. It's just compromise.
But not setting the boundary is the compromise because you have it we all have our boundaries.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, I feel like boundaries in terms of like boundaries like that. When you know your boundaries, like I said,
Boundaries get widened depending on who the person is pushing them.
I know, but I'm saying if we know, you know your boundaries, innit? You know what your boundaries.
But they'll get widened depending on who the person is pushing them.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm saying
No, but that's what I'm saying. So think about it like this, yeah. I get the impression people couldn't walk up to you and slap you in your face. That's just the impression I get. Yeah.
Who?
But you.
Walk up to me and stuff.
I'm talking to you. Yeah.
No way.
See, well, you said it. I didn't say that. But anyway, we don't promote violence, by the way. Yeah. But I also get the impression that if your daughter did it, you'd have to actually look and think like, "Well,
yeah,
what's going on here, mate?"
I'd take it. If my woman did it, I'd take it.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Do you see what? Right. So you're proving my point.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Boundaries are set. Boundaries are set within our minds. We have our boundaries, but depending on how you love somebody, who that person is, what you're dealing with, how you like them, how you love them, how you whatever, then boundaries will get extended and spread out wider, and they'll get shifted. And do you get what I mean?
Yeah. What I meant is more like, some people stress you. Some people are stressful.
Yeah.
They like to stress, and there's some people that don't like that. Like some people just don't like stress. You know what I mean? There's some women that don't like stress.
Oh no, definitely.
Even though there's time in your life you don't believe there's such thing exists.
Yeah.
But some people don't like stress.
Yeah, some people don't.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and then those people that don't like stress, they eat, and you know that sometimes you're the wrong one. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're usually the right one all the time, but then you meet somebody and you're right, I'm the wrong one this time. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, wow, I didn't
check yourself, innit?
Yeah.
Like, hold on a minute.
I didn't even know that was possible. Yeah.
That's when you realise that.
Yeah, but again, like I say, when you look at it like that, it's more because I think, Princess, you alluded to it earlier, like, fantasizing about somebody and they don't want, like, you might want somebody and they don't want you. Yeah.
Do you know
what I mean? So Princess alluded to it earlier, like, sometimes it might not even be you the wrong one as such. It's just that you want something that's not tangible. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you get what I mean? Like you said, like, you want something that doesn't want you, innit? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? And sometimes that's just hard for us to understand because we just assume that once one
day we will, but it won't.
Do you get what I'm saying? You're just assuming that, like, do you get what I'm saying? That's a reality because you want it to be, not because it is or it would be. Do you get what I mean?
There's a lot of things that people that beat realities, and like, again, there's a lot of things that are set, so you have to have general conversations. But there's a lot of things that, a lot of times, where things that you wouldn't think would be happening are happening. You know what I mean? And it's like, those things are not really put in the equation of, you know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? It's that of, that's not, people don't know how to explain, that I didn't expect that to happen. Or, I thought she would have liked him, or I thought he would have liked her. But she liked him. Oh, he liked her.
When you say that though, men are terrible because men don't know what women like in that sense. Yeah. Because we don't look at men that way.
100%.
Whereas women look at other women that way. So a woman can look at a woman and be like, go on then, I know you're going to look at her, and you're like, what do you mean? Like, and you're like looking at her like, what do you mean? Like? But it's like, no, I know what you like. And you don't know what I like. I do though. I do. Do you get what I'm saying? You want to look at her. Do you get what I mean?
My girl knows exactly, and she'll be like, well, look at this.
Come on.
Who?
Yeah. Come on, bro. You start playing Stevie Wonder, like, what
playing
do you mean?
dumb. Until you clocked it long
time. But the woman, because she knows what you like.
From father.
Whereas men will be arguing with her that she likes Puff Daddy. Do you know them ones there? Like, she'll be like, no, I don't like him. Like, I know you like him. He's attractive, isn't he? I don't like him.
Do you get what I'm saying? TV. As probably you, I thought every woman liked Genuine. When I was growing up,
my! Did we just have the same conversation?
No,
not the same, but similar. Yeah.
I thought it was Genuine.
Not the same conversation, but we were talking about it, and I was saying like, I made that comment like, why is it every girl like Genuine? Like,
yeah.
I didn't think he was attractive at all, but
but that's my point.
They didn't like Genuine.
No, but that's my point though.
I realized they didn't like Tyrese. I'm hearing the because I never asked before. I was listening to the tunes, just assuming these. I know you thought the same. We went from the same era. So you thought, you see the R&B guy. I never knew Jodeci was ugly.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they was cool guys. Like, I kind of thought, you know that
Bruv.
Then as you get older, you have the conversations with females.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're generally that
Yeah,
ugly,
yeah,
and then like,
yeah.
oh, maybe this
Yeah.
one or that one,
Yeah.
and then they're
Yeah.
like, and you're like, and then they're like,
Like, bro, I didn't even
B2K.
know.
I
No,
fucking
it's
loved
not
it.
even that. Like,
Like,
it's, like all the
it was
dudes
too
you
glossy.
thought. 'Cause remember, you don't look at dudes like that. So
No.
you just assumed, innit? Like, you're like, well, obviously they like those
You
dudes,
saw people
innit?
screaming for them.
But you just assumed
You
that
saw
they
their fans
well,
screaming
obviously
for them.
they're women. They like those dudes. But then it's like after a while, like you said, when you start having the conversations with them, and they're like, yeah, no, like, and then the dude they did like, you're like, oh, well, sorry, I just assumed you're like, now he's like you said, he's ugly, or where you're like, I thought you would like him. Like, no, like,
no.
he's a sweet boy. You're like,
Just the music I
okay.
did like.
Do you know what I'm saying? All the stuff you're hearing, you're like, oh, okay, I thought you would like him. Do you know what I mean? He's like, no.
About the prosthetics.
I like D'Angelo. I like Jaheim. You're like, yeah, you're like, okay. Oh.
I didn't even. Sometimes that's how I found out who Tank was because the
Bruv.
women liked him.
Bruv, come on,
I knew
bruv.
his tune,
Come
but
on,
I didn't
bruv.
really know.
Bruv,
Let me go and see this guy.
bruv, even when you saw his face, you realised that you knew who he was, but you didn't know who he was.
You know
You're
his
like,
name. You remember R&B days?
You saw the face,
it was
bruv.
various artist CDs.
Come on, bruv.
We had Pure Swing, we had R&B Central, and then
Yeah,
But to be
yeah,
fair
yeah.
though,
They had the little mix,
to
all-
be
all the
fair, I'm not
mix
gonna
CD,
lie.
right.
I'm not gonna lie. I swear some of these, I'm not gonna hot up nobody, a certain member of my family, and they know who they are. We're just buying certain CDs for the covers. 'Cause certain man with baby oil down. And, do you get what I'm saying? I know. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up yourself. You know who you are. Do you get what I'm saying?
I remember
Buying them
when
CD
D'Angelo
covers.
did that because you remember D'Angelo
Bruv.
was the big brother. You
Bruv.
remember early stage like
Bruv.
he was a big brother.
Bruv, that's the first
And then
album.
he
Just remember
came-
the second
he
album when he came with the
with that
video.
How Does
Come
It
on,
Feel,
bruv.
yeah. I remember feeling so uncomfortable even with my mum.
Bruv, shut down everything, bruv.
And you're like, what the
Shut down everything,
And as a
bro.
man, you're like, this dickhead. What's he doing? Why is he screaming like that? You know?
At them times I was looking fine.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's the difference. And to us, not saying like that. D'Angelo never looked ugly to us on that end, but I'm just saying it wasn't someone that we said he's the guy.
Yeah, you'd be more the genuine kind
Do you understand
of guy.
what I'm saying to you? We thought genuine and I'm just a bachelor.
Yeah. Look, same thing I was saying to you, innit? I said same thing I said, bro.
We're having the same
Yeah, love
conversation
this
now.
shit. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I said the same thing, bro. We just assumed, didn't it? Do you know what I mean?
We didn't know.
We didn't know that you didn't like Keith Sweat. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
We didn't know that. We thought that
women
was
like Dennis Rodman, and I was like, Dennis
Bruv.
Rodman. Like I remember with bare women liking. Obviously, it might have changed over time, but bare women love Dennis Rodman, and he would to me I didn't see that coming.
But there's certain sweet boys that women did like though.
Such as
Usher.
What's my man?
Usher's not even a sweet boy when you check it.
He
I know,
is
but
though.
he's got
He
the
is.
nose.
I'm not
No, he
saying
is.
it like that. He's
So he is a sweet boy. I would put
He's a
Usher
sweet
down
boy,
as a sweet
but
boy.
I'm saying he's-
not. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. He's not stereotypically
Frisco looks
sweet
like
boy.
Usher. Yeah, and we was in school. We used to be like,
Hey,
Frisco
big up Frisco.
Yeah, big up Frisco.
You've done
But
that,
he
done
looks like
that
Usher.
already, but-
I'm saying.
Yeah,
man,
no, I hear
man,
what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. But what I'm trying to say is that Usher, I would put him down as a sweet boy, even though he's not stereotypically.
That's what I meant.
The sweet boy look.
It wasn't gloss.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's
You know
not.
what I mean?
He's not the stereotypical sweet boy look. But I would put him down as a sweet boy personally myself. That's just me though.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the sweet boy thing, what's my man's name?
Which one?
Eric Benet,
Yes.
the one who's married to Halle Berry.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Self-confessed sex addict. I hope I'm not misquoting him.
Yeah, I think so. No, yeah.
But yeah, my point is my man, like, I think he's a sweet boy who kind of crossed that boundary where people are kind of like, do you get what I mean? Like some sweet boys,
He's got little rough.
I don't even know if it's little rough or
'Cause he was
I don't know.
kinda like, you know,
He's
like-
got that. You get what I'm saying? Like he's sweet boy, but it's like. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you get what I mean? Like I've never heard a woman say they don't like him.
No.
I've never heard a woman say, "Oh, Eric Benet." Nah. I've never heard that.
No.
I'm sure there's gonna be women who say that now. I know there's gonna be women who say that now. I just looked at a picture of him, he's ugly. I know they're gonna say that now, but I'm just saying, me
Look at man
personally
like
myself,
Teddy
I've never heard that.
Pendergrass. Yeah, man like Teddy Pendergrass and them, and them man was real manly looking men. You know, we wouldn't have. You as a man, you wouldn't have even said. but you'd know just because you're a man.
Yeah,
But it doesn't look.
That goes back, but that goes back to women
Marvin
and the
Gaye and
fantasizing, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Barry White got in loads of women's head just with
Barry White.
his deepness of his voice. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
So it weren't for his looks. Do you get what I mean? But you could. But how many women did you hear say, "Oh, he could sing to me all night"?
Yeah.
What? Do you get what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? Because he's singing that. You know what I'm saying? He's got that voice, and they fantasize about the voice. And this goes back to what I'm saying about fantasizing. Because no matter how good she looked, if she walked in the room and said, "Yeah, so what are you saying? You're right." Yeah, you'd be like, oh. Do you get what I'm saying? She's alright still, but
Just close your eyes, listen to the voice.
Well, we got fooled though. We did get fooled. You know what I'm saying? We did get fooled because we thought that, like, I don't know if you guys did, but I thought that the R&B guys was getting.
But we didn't get fooled. We just don't look at guys that way. Women look at other women that way.
No, but
like a woman can tell you a woman who look. She'll say, "Oh, she looks good," and she'll even tell her. You get what I'm saying? "You look good, girl, man. Where'd you get that just from?" "Oh, look at you, though. Yeah, man. What you working out?" Or wherever. She'll tell her, innit? Do you get what I mean? Whereas us, but hear the joke. But you're missing the point, though. You're missing the point, though.
You remember
with us,
a singer could woo a gal. We thought that if a man could sing, you know what I'm saying? You realise as you got older, I did it differently. But you know, if you had a brethren that could sing, and let's just say 16, 17, you thought, and he's doing his little, you think, bro, you're going to get the gal there. Yeah. When you get older, you realise, I don't want a man to sing to me. Oh, gosh.
Do you know the thing is? You're touching on something I didn't want to go into, but I'm going to touch on it slightly, which is basically like what women actually find attractive. So, for example, like, you know, the doting father.
What father?
The doting father. You know, the dad who does everything for his kids and blah, 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 blah. It's not attractive to women.
Yeah. Isn't it? It's for different reasons.
No.
It's strategic.
It's hear me. It's a moment for praise, but it's not a turn on.
I'd beg to differ.
Go ahead.
That is like a turn on, because you know if he's gonna be that is one of the main things to me.
Yeah,
I love to see that, where it just makes me feel like my heart like, I just love that. I love to see guys, men being.
Yeah, I do think I'm not.
Right. So this is what he said. You love to see it.
I love to see it because it's not.
I think it's age appropriate though, that statement.
What do you mean?
You know, like it's the same thing. Love to see it, and I love to see it being done.
I'm saying to you that think of the stuff that women are turned on by.
What kind of women at what age? Because I feel like what they turned on might change.
Think of it at all of the stages. Yeah. Think of it at any stage you want. Yeah. Cool. And I'm saying to you now, yeah. Doting fathers. Remember, there's jokes about them, you know. Mm-hmm. They've got different sayings for them and all sorts. Dad bod, all sorts of stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not deemed attractive. Hence the reason why I said to you earlier, most women have the guy. I'm talking about women who are desirable. Yeah. Have the guy who's treating them like shit. Sorry for my French. And then they have the guy who wants to be there and do the right thing, who they probably not that attractive to for all the wrong reasons, by the way. And then they've got the dude who they probably sleep with in between all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? So what my point is, and what I'm trying to get to is that
they don't all have that though.
No, I'm not saying all. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't agree
like I said, we're generalizing. But like I said, I'm not saying all. Yeah, I'm saying with that being okay. So for example, when you said men going to a strip club or strip event or whatever it is were more likely to go away, I didn't agree with that. But it's a generalization, right?
Yeah, sure it is.
That you're making based off of like an assumption, which is that the night's going to go on beyond that. Do you get what I'm saying?
A lot of women ain't had sex in ages. There's a lot of
and this is what I'm saying to you when it comes to that thing where they kind of come out of themselves, because women can't do and don't really do what men can do.
Yeah,
sexually.
That's why you remember saying the balance.
So this is why when you see them on a girls' night, some of them do go wild because it's like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Where it's different.
And if a woman has
Women's
too
more
much-
reserved.
Yeah, but even if a woman does have a lot of, let's say if she's younger and she's promiscuous, yeah,
Mhm.
she will feel that more than a man. Like even like as time goes, a woman will feel that. You know, her body will feel that, her spirit will feel that a lot more than a man does.
Depends.
I believe that's just
No,
generally.
no, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it depends. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of women are again the things that I said about them. If you actually sit down with a lot of women, you'll realize that a lot of everything's just misconstrued between us because they don't do what we think they're doing and we don't do what they think they're doing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
of course. But that's mainly because there's a lot of conversations that you would never have with women.
Yeah, this is why I like these conversations.
And you're just seeing what you're being painted to see again.
Yeah.
Rather, as you said, if you have that deep conversation and find out what women actually want and like and do,
Exactly.
you know, then you'll see the difference.
I've learned things from you just in this conversation we've had.
Yeah.
That I probably wouldn't
Because
have.
that thing where you said, I do find that very attractive in a guy that's so for his children. I just love things like that. You know, so for any woman that doesn't, then it's like, why wouldn't you? Because then if you can't love a child like that, then you probably won't even love you either.
Exactly. And there's some people that pretend to like people's child just to get to the mum.
Yeah, no, definitely. But again, like I say, the reason why I say that is because if you look at what most women are attracted to and the kind of dudes that they're around and get.
But I think it stems again from what I was saying is, okay, them sort of guys are more outspoken. The one sitting down, not being noticed that you want, hasn't got the confidence. Where the other guys that are the rough sort of ones, or the ones that will mess you up a bit.
The ones that the ideal, like say the ones that we could approve of. Yeah, they're
trophy men,
yeah,
innit?
like, we'll just say like in a relationship, a guy or a female that you could approve of, you won't see them. That's the thing, like, and a lot of the ones that we are getting to see are the ones that we're talking about. Like, so
because they're the ones always out there, innit?
They're out there, they're raving, or they're at festivals and this and that. Like, and a lot, like I say to you, when I go to festivals and when I'm working, because I don't like festivals, I don't really like raving. I only go for work. You know what I mean? When I'm there, I observe, like, again, attractive people on both sides, attractive guys, attractive females, right? You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, something's not fusing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even when there's people getting them all here and there, everyone's just dancing by themselves and doing their own thing in this day and time. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where everyone would be whining at least. You know, that word whining is not even, when's the last time you heard that? You know what I'm saying? No one's really whining no one. You know what I mean? It's not really a thing anymore. So it's even with that breakdown within
Apart from
things
in
as well.
Soca, guys.
Yeah, so even when people talk about
definitely.
that Kevin Samuels likes to talk about sexual market value, but that stuff, I hear what he's saying and I hear how he breaks down his conversation, but at the same time, when you actually check out there, the sexual market value people are the ones that are out there more than the people that maybe didn't feel, you know what I'm saying, like whatever, because they're just there, they want to.
That's just a numbers game though, isn't it?
No, it is a numbers game, but you understand what I'm saying, like in terms of if you're attractive then you'll have someone, that fact isn't really a fact, you know what I'm saying, especially when you come from somewhere like England.
But then there's stereotypically attractive, and then there's attractive.
No, 100%. But stereotypically attractive goes to it, that just means what TV is saying attractive could be. You know what I'm saying?
That gets more women or men than attractive.
Say again.
Stereotypically attractive gets more women or men than attractive.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna argue that. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't change your experience. I've seen people that, again, it's not like they're not people that are attracted to them, but they still can't execute. You know what I'm saying? So
but what I'm saying to you is that attractive people fall into that kind of like bracket regardless, whereas like.
But we're living in a time
where
what
I'm saying is stereotypically attractive people kind of pull by default. Do you understand what I'm saying? That stereotypically attractive people get pulled by default.
People that's got surgery in that year, there was a time where they would be looking, for some reason people thought they were like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now someone that hasn't got surgery is like, oh.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. Whatever is stereotypically attractive of that time is the most desirable thing. That's my point. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no. There was a time when, like, you know, nobody had their natural hair or whatever. Do you get what I mean? Whereas now, that's desirable. So that, do you know what I'm saying? That's like the desirable thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There was a time when everybody was size 0. That was the desirable thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now they moved into big butts and twerking and, do you know what I'm saying? And everybody wants a big bum now. They're getting surgery, they're getting this, they're getting that. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Whatever's stereotypically attractive over the time, that's
what's going.
what will be desired.
Mm.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Do you get what I mean? Because that's the stereotype of beauty at that time. You'd even see it with women. Women will do the same thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Very true. It's very true. But like again, I just feel like the stereotypes, people believing in the stereotypes, have an effect, is what is made why so many people are single.
Yeah.
Because I believe people believe that the stereotypes is what it is, and people still believe that. So like when you actually like someone, it has nothing to do with a lot of the things that people told you it would have to do.
Exactly.
So when you actually get down to sitting down, reasoning, talking with someone, and liking their company, and liking that, you know what I'm saying, just like being around them and knowing that you fit me.
yeah.
That's why I like again, a lot of people before, I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but a lot of people that are not ready to even exercise things like polygamy. When they might make sense, you know what I'm saying? There might be things around them that make sense, but because we're in a place where you get attacked if you even say something like
Yeah, but you have to remember as well, like, people exercise polygamy, but it's just not a conversation they have.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not even going to go into, like you were saying, I'm going to go too far into that because that's another conversation. But the point is that people practice it anyway.
Yeah.
Because, when you talk about, like, high value men and all this kind of stuff, like those dudes, yeah, they're cheating on their missus and their missus relatively knows.
But
Do you get what I mean? The only thing...
Cheating means that someone's not getting part of their deal. And that's
No.
what I mean, that
The reason why I say cheating is because at some stage she will throw that in his face to make him feel bad about something.
But if people,
although she knows that she's not going to leave
when
him.
you're a certain
That's what I'm saying.
man, when you're a certain man, people don't want to leave you though.
But that's what I just said. That's exactly what I just said. That's what I'm saying. She will throw it in your face to make you, to try and pull on your heartstrings, to make you feel some type of way about what you're doing, what she knows you're doing.
Yeah.
But she's not going to leave you.
Yeah. But when you tell them they can't do that, they won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
When you tell them that they can't do that, they won't do that. But when you allow that to happen, then that's when it happens.
No, but what I'm saying to you is that it's kind of part of what... It's kind of part of what's... How can I put it? It's almost like you're right, for want of a better word. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I know that I'm not leaving you. You know that I'm not leaving you. I know that, you're very, I don't know, wealthy person or, well-traveled person or busy person or important person or whatever it is. So I know when you're away for these long periods of time, you're doing what you're doing. Do you get what I mean? Like, I know this. Do you get what I mean? But at the same time, like you said, I'm not leaving you. Do you get what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. I have a duty to you, to us, to our kids, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But the point is I still feel some type of way about what you're doing. And I can't let you think it's okay.
Yeah,
even though I'm not going to leave you.
Yeah.
So when I say cheating, what I'm saying is that woman who knows what you're doing, when she comes to you and says to you, what the was you doing in blah, 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 she is just pulling on your heartstrings. She is just trying to make you feel some type of way about what she already knows you're doing.
Yeah.
Because there's no need for all of this. We don't even need to have the argument because you already know.
Yeah.
So if it was that much of an issue, like we said, you would be leaving, right?
But who gave us the original concept anyway? And especially when we're not living within the constraints of a religion. Like some of us chose not to go the religion way. You know what I mean? And if we chose to go religion way, sex before marriage or whatever, like all these different things, we chose to go the road that we wanted to go. And within that road that we wanted to go, there's the same rules that you got in the religion, you may not have. So the way people base cheating on the context of the religion, but you never went the religious road.
I think people base cheating on anything you do sexually that they wasn't aware of.
Yeah. So I'm saying, but if you went the religious road and you got married, no sex before marriage, yeah, and then you got married to this woman, So both of you held out for each other. Then you got married, yeah, and then you cheating like that. To me, that's for me. That's just me in my world. That's a lot more worse because you've already. That's not you lot both kept like you both held out. Then you know what I mean. Got married. Then you had this. You did it properly. Then you just had sex with someone outside of that. Like, you know what I'm saying, that's like, crazy. Yeah. But when you was, that's not like we didn't meet like that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't meet and we didn't go down the road of getting married and doing everything religious. When it suits us, we do things this way, we do things that way. But we can't now bring it into
pick and choose.
Yeah, pick and choose. That's now. Now you're a cheater. You're cheating because there was no guidelines for within the. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go through religion, then there's a guideline.
Yeah.
When you got that, when you go through certain things, there's a guideline. But when you have just a relationship outside of those things,
it sounds like setting boundaries again.
Yeah. You kind of don't have the guideline. You're not playing within a game because the word cheating is within some sort of context. So at least if it's not in a game, it's in some sort of guideline. So, but if you're not cheating within if there was no guideline, then how are you cheating? And how comes only sex with someone else is considered cheating, as you said earlier, and not the mental side, not the doing whatever you're doing for someone? You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, there's different sides of it, and that's why I gave you the example earlier. I'm not sure if you really picked up on what I was trying to say. Having a physical interaction with somebody you care nothing about, and somebody being in a relationship whilst entertaining somebody else, and then being physical with someone else. So that's all three things happening at once, you know. You're actually in a relationship whilst, like you said, mentally engaging and whatever with somebody else, and then being physical with a third party outside of all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I was asking the question, which one was worse? Do you understand? Because like I said to you, the men's one is always considered worse because they tend to get caught.
Yeah.
And it's the one that's highly publicized. Yeah. Do you understand?
But you know, like if you're with someone and they're proper in love with someone else, but they're letting you have sex with them and all that, like, that to me that's sad and it's a violation. Like they're thinking about someone else. Everything they're doing, like when they're doing other things, they're thinking about someone else. Because a lot of people still hooked up on their exes.
Yeah, but most,
you know what I mean.
But let's be real.
With other people.
But let's be real though. Most women are with their second choice, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I didn't hear no disagreements over on that side of the table.
I'm not saying all. You didn't say all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you
didn't. I didn't say no. I wouldn't.
Not all, but what I've seen, it's not that guy. It's not that guy that I wanted. You know what I mean?
Do you get what I mean?
Because again, it goes back to that thing. Maybe that guy that you wanted didn't want you.
Do you see what I mean?
But maybe the guy you wanted, you didn't understand who they were. So that's a big part of it as well. When I think like we get what we ask for. So if we're asking for someone that's good looking, that's what we're gonna get. There you go. You know, you never asked them you never asked for them to be intelligent.
Yeah.
No, you didn't ask for that, fam. You didn't ask for them to be resourceful. No, you didn't.
Yeah. You just asked for a good man. He's good. Yeah. He's a man.
I gave you
no, literally what you wanted. That's a good man.
You understand? We need to put more on our request list sometimes to God. We're asking for some basic stuff, and then when we get that basic stuff, you got your upset. You're upset now, and you're asking for more, like in this person, and they're just there fitting your description of what you asked for. You know,
some people just generally ain't ready. You know what I mean? Especially I find that a lot in guys, they're just not ready.
No, but the reasons of going, like, like I say to you, sometimes people go with each other based on attraction. Like I say, the attraction is the first thing that people see. But again, that some of the best relationships, some of the best sex you can have is from people that you didn't even expect it to come from. You know, even as a man, like you'd be a certain girl, you'd be like, right, I didn't think that we was gonna connect like that. You know what I'm saying? That's when it becomes a connecting thing. Because even when you have I feel like as a man, you need to have a certain level of options, and your level of options depends on what you do. You know what I mean? When you're a promoter and you do all these things, or you're whatever, you know what I'm saying? Things in a certain environment, like So when you get the options and you have the options and you realize that, right, even when you have the options, how stressed you are with the options that you've created now. Like, when people tell me that they got all 10 girls in their line, I'm like, that's amazing. Like, I want to hear how you do that shit. Because it's not that you can't get the 10 girls in the line. It's like, how are you managing
and
that?
how to keep it up?
Yeah. Even if someone says you've got 5 girls in the line, I'm like, wow, like, you got 5? Yeah, they're really phoning you like, every day. Because you need to keep that shit.
You're slotting everyone in and no one's not clocking on.
Conversation.
To be totally honest, it's mad because there's different levels to everything. There is obviously guys who are entertaining every single girl, and do you know what I mean? And then there's other guys, do you know what I mean, who just they don't really work like that. They have a whole load of numbers, and again, I don't know how they do it.
Swingers parties I heard today. Did a podcast
also,
man told me about
standard.
Slept with 30 women in one day.
Standard. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, I think me and you was having a conversation. I was trying to tell you that certain things happen in the community and and you were saying to me, "Oh, are you sure? Like, it's more like in other people." And I was like, "No, bro."
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I was telling you, and this is the fact. Do you get what I mean? Like, a lot of things happen that a lot of people don't know because if you're not in it, then you wouldn't know.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
So again, like I say, when it comes to that, I just think that with men, especially, like, we are more. What's the word I'm looking for? We're more outgoing, but we don't experiment as much as women do.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we may rack up the numbers, but we don't have the experiences. If that makes sense. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. That's why, like, again, when you actually get with a woman, you're understanding. You're surprised that majority of women say, a lot of women say they haven't come before, they haven't done this before, they haven't done it. I thought it was lies.
What makes me laugh? What makes me laugh is yeah. You know, you used to think to yourself like, women don't go abroad and sleep with people, even though we remember the days when nobody wanted to hear their missus was going eye napper. But that's another story. But you know, we generally think, well, women ain't going abroad and really sleeping with guys. Like, it's another country, innit? It's like, you think all this stuff, innit? Because and worse, you know how they go on over here, innit? Do you know what I mean? Have you been to the clinic and rah? So you just assume, that you wouldn't be sleeping with guys in other countries because you just don't know this guy from anywhere. But like you said, when you get older and you start speaking to women, you realise how many random guys they've slept with in other countries. You think to yourself, like, that's when you realise you don't have the same pulling power a woman does.
No, 100%.
Do you get what I mean? Because think about how many countries you went to with the intention and come back just dry like.
Countries, raves.
But,
you know that every time you was in the shower, you was like, oh, tonight. That swag I got. There's new shoes.
But you know what the joke is with that though? I'm not even gonna lie. It's mad because you know what? I'm totally digressing, but the whole thing's been a digression. So the point is, there's not even two. Listen, the point is this: is that I'm gonna speak for myself. Growing up in a certain part of London, in a certain era, and we basically spent the first 20 years basically going out and trying to, I don't even want to use the term, but it's the only term I can think of that suits, trying to conquer women, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally what we did.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean? Yeah. Like, literally. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, went out and just tried to find any way of making this thing work, basically.
Yeah. Have you ever had a bit the day where you and your brethren have set it up? Like, you know, back in young days, you know, like, you might be 21, 22. You've got a hotel now. You know, not always you got a hotel, but you know what? There's someone's birthday or something. And you said, today. And you got the rave book, hotels book, penthouse. Everything's nice, And you say, we're going to get some things tonight. That's the day you realise. All them times that you might have to go back to your yard, you're not too bothered with your waves, you're still with your brethren. Before you knew it, you was in your yard. But you see the day where you had that a place Yeah, and you was trying to get people back to
bruv, that is not even the thing, bruv. That's not even the thing. I thought you was gonna say something much worse than that. Bruv, no.
In the back of a car or something, like, oh, I've got this big penthouse.
Bruv, it's
Get
when
one,
it's
and
when
you like.
when you get the penthouse or the hotel and you everything goes swimmingly. Hey, so well that you get so mash up.
I was gonna say
That nothing ain't even getting on again, bruv. You wake up in the morning, you're angry. People knocking the door, telling you about cleaner until you're like. That's what I'm saying.
that's rude as well.
Bruv, I spent £120, but it was supposed to go down.
you spent £120 to sleep.
People already dressed, talking about, yeah, if you just drop me back to my. So, man, I gotta lay off mixing them drinks, man. I gotta lay off mixing them drinks.
People in daylight,
It's all gone left. It's all gone left.
Feel like vampire, like blinking, like where am I?
Bruv, it's horrible.
Well, or you got a bad man friend that scares everyone, and they're all gone.
Bruv, it was all alright right up until he walked in the room. What, you not feeling my bedroom? Like, no, it's cool. We're vibing.
You don't call me bullshit.
Like, make sure you deal with him right, you know. Yeah, it's my bedroom. Like, bruv, listen, it's cool. We was alright. Everything's cool, man.
Just flop the whole show.
Yeah.
The girl's like, all right, come on, ladies, let's go.
Straight away. She's like, I'm just gonna see where my friends are. Like, let me get your number. No, I'm coming back.
Coming back, what? You just ruined everything.
Now you're sitting there with the man and playing Mob Deep.
Man want to start violating her. But that's my drink on her, you know. She ain't eat it, man. Who's she anyway? It's like, oh, no it. But yeah, no. When it comes to all of this, I think we've had a lot of freedom of speech tonight.
There you go. We've had a lot of freedom.
Definitely.
Based on relationships and other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Where was we going with the whole relationship thing anyway? Because I think we just drifted all across relationships, just talking about.
Can't intertwine because of the freedom of speech thing, innit?
We were talking about context of cheating and what people could what direction people take in relationships and have expectations, fantasies. You know what I mean? Like people having just hella expectations on each other, but not actually getting to know each other, like drawing towards each other just based on attraction. Do you know what I mean? And those are the things that, and we're not asking for other things, just asking for some very simple things, and then being pissed when.
But again, like I was saying, going back to when we were saying about when you say about attraction. Okay, so we've already established that a man can only engage so much. He doesn't really choose. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, unbeknownst to you, you've probably been groomed or chosen.
Yeah.
One of the two. In most scenarios.
Yeah.
With most women you've ever had.
Yeah.
If she didn't groom you, she chose you. It's one of the two. Do you get what I'm saying?
What's crazy
Sometimes both. Sometimes both. She chose you, then groomed you.
We're quite bougie, you know what I mean? And I always say that because, like I say, you know, when you go to their raves, yeah, like you're in Opera House or you're in Camden Palace back in them days, like, then again or whatever Ibiza, these are just lips in each other left, right, and center, talking about that's number 10 right there. Yeah, we would never lift that many people without feeling. With two people, we feel sick. Like.
Yeah, because usually we'd be getting physical in other ways. So because we get physical in other ways, we get to sift through the mud, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
Well, like
in a different way,
but like a lot of what we said just kind of goes within our culture because with them, when they want to go out and like, a lot more people that's a bit more open to the fuckeries. Yeah,
it's not so much that. It's just like it's like moments, isn't it? Like so they don't place importance on the moments. They're just moments.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean? In a night, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas we place importance on the moments. If you want to look at it like that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And some people don't. They just get it right. Some people do, some people don't. But generally speaking, if we're going to do that, then yeah, we don't place as much importance on the moments. if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
But like I said, we wouldn't be lips in 10 gal either.
No, that's not your character style. You know what I mean?
It's not so much even the lip sync thing. It's just that basically, like, we would dance with 10 gal.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
No. But what I'm saying is that we would dance with them like we're trying to get them pregnant. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but them.
Do you see what I mean? No. Listen, no. This is what I'm saying to you. We'd be dancing with them like we're trying to get them pregnant, and to be totally honest, like, we ain't lips them, but we probably lips their neck and their ear and everything else. You get what I'm saying? While we're trying to impregnate their earlobe at the same time. Do you get what I'm saying? But my point,
that's the thing.
But my point is different ways.
10 earlobes tonight.
But let me just finish. It's different ways. No, but it's different ways of expressing the same thing. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is it's that kind of like animal instinct or animal expression, if you get what I'm saying. So it's the same. It's the same thing. It's
oral.
physical.
You're more physical, touchy.
It's all the same. One and the same.
Like, I'm just saying that in different countries, they're more open to sex, even.
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
definitely.
That's what I was meaning. Like,
Definitely.
A lot of what we were saying is more down to how we are understanding, like, as a community, I believe.
No,
you know what I mean?
with that, it's just things that gross us out. So putting your like, there's women who would sleep with you but wouldn't French kiss you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because it grosses them out. Like, stuff that grosses us out. We're weird like that. Do you get what I'm saying? There's all sorts of stuff that grosses us out. Do you get what I'm saying? But we'll do all sorts of other funny stuff.
Like,
so don't gauge us by whatever. We're
it's more of the window, the door, or whatever, doorway to sex. You know what I'm saying? If you're kissing.
No, but I'm just thinking, like you said, with the open
First
sexually.
base,
Yeah, some people are open sexually. No, but I'm saying some people are open sexually. Then other people, like I said, are just open to the things they're open to, and they like what they like. Do you get what I mean? So
I
it's like
never do nothing without kissing, like, personally. You know, like, I'm not really a guy that can. Maybe when I was younger, but like at this stage in my life, I could never. I don't know. Maybe quite a little while now, but I couldn't do anything without kissing.
Depends on the individual.
Kissing to me.
No, it depends on the individual.
Kissing's more.
Depends on the individual.
No, I'm saying I feel like it's a bit
Depends on the
soulless.
individual.
You have to kiss.
It's
If you
a bit
don't kiss,
soulless.
it
How
don't
did you get into that?
To what?
Yeah.
To have a sexual interaction.
No,
Yeah, without
but
kissing.
it doesn't feel right. Like,
That's a bit soulless.
But again, this is what I'm saying. So you're talking about, like I say, like connecting with somebody and loving that person, and then a sexual interaction. They're two different things, isn't it? That's what I'm trying to say.
Not loving.
Like,
That's what I'm saying.
no, but you're talking about loving. That's what. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
alright,
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying to you.
If you don't
This is
care
what I'm
about
saying,
the
and that's
person,
what I said to you earlier. Like a man, yeah. I'm just giving you an example of a man cheating. Yeah, a man cheating, he'll think to himself, right, I got my wife, man. I'm not kissing her.
Yeah, no.
Do you get me? I wouldn't kiss her.
But then
I've wronged her,
yeah.
but I wouldn't kiss her.
Yeah.
And to say that to somebody, they think, well, that ain't mean no sense. No, I kiss my missus. I kiss my kids. I kiss people I love. I don't love her, so I wouldn't kiss her. But on a night out, and I'm a bit, she could turn around and give me one. And that's the mentality. So what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to say is going back to the point I made earlier. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's what I say. I'm
like, what's worse? Because then what you're saying to me is if you ever did, like, on the other side of it, was to do a similar thing, that would be somebody you genuinely feel for or have some kind of affinity with. Which to me would be worse.
Yeah,
to me would be worse.
Yeah, to me they're both.
But I don't. Do you know what? Again, do you know what?
I'm just saying from my own.
They're both
yeah,
very intimate. Like,
yeah, no,
you're both mixing fluids. It's too intimate.
Oh no! I'm not talking about the right and wrong of the actual act. I'm talking about
the feeling.
Remember, no. Because remember, it's varying degrees of something.
I know
isn't
what
it?
you're saying.
It's varying degrees of something.
There as well.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, like if
men, you remember. What's that? We're just men.
No. So I'm not even coming from it.
I'm saying, you see, depending on who you're dealing with, yeah. If you're a man that can just deal with like certain things, yeah, then it's different, isn't it? But if you're dealing with people and you connect with people on a certain level, you're not just connecting with them on that, and you don't I'm not really a guy that did the similar things to my friends. I wasn't a guy that did batteries. I wasn't a guy that if there was a
no.
I'm just explaining myself.
No. I hear that.
For when I'm just saying, when I interact, I'm not saying everyone. I know enough, man. I don't.
No. You're missing my point. What I'm saying is What I'm saying is this.
You're a bit offended as well.
No.
Why wouldn't
you're missing the point. What I'm saying is this. Yeah. What I'm saying is this: is that at the end of the day, like, at the age that we're at now, if we're going to talk from our personal, because I wasn't talking from our personal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
talk
yeah,
from
yeah.
our personal, since that's what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? From the age that we're at now, do you get what I mean? Yeah. We wouldn't be the general.
I hear that.
So that's the point. Do you get what I mean? So when we're talking generally, we can't talk personally because we're not the general.
But we have to talk from where we're standing, not. When
No,
the
we can
others-
talk. We can
can't
talk from where
when-
we're standing. But what I'm trying to say to you is this: is that basically within the confines of what we would be doing at our age now, within a loving relationship, which is what I would assume we'd all want to be in at this age. Do you see what I'm saying? None of us here would be like trying to.
Sex has got like it doesn't have that much to do with love. It sounds crazy.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. So
Yeah.
again, this is my point. Sex doesn't have anything to do with love, and it's a physical act.
Yeah.
So with that said, like I'm saying, once you look at it that way, then the general consensus is it's almost become a fun. Like it's something you do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it's something to do.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So a lot of people are having frivolous sex. So us sitting here now as a bunch of whatever year olds and saying, we wouldn't and we wouldn't and we wouldn't, that's fine. But generally, a lot of people are
A lot of people are.
having frivolous sex.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. But that's what it leaves. It leaves space
Because sex has nothing to do with love.
No, that's what I'm saying. But that doesn't have nothing to do with a connection as well.
Yeah. So going back to
when you have sex with a
no,
connection,
but going back to my point, which is basically, so when you're saying about like the whole connection thing,
Yeah.
like and kissing, yeah, I'm saying there's a lot of people who wouldn't
yeah, I know
need to kiss.
that. I know that.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because their sexual exploits wouldn't have anything to do with love. And I gave the example of the cheating man who loves his wife and his kids, apparently. Did you get what I mean? And that's why I gave that example. I wasn't talking from my own person. I was saying, no, I'm not saying anybody did. I'm just reiterating that basically that's why I gave that example. Do you get what I'm saying? Because there's people who don't see it like that.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Do you get what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. That we're at a place where we have to uniquely live our lives because we've watched a lot of things not work as well. So I feel like we're still the stage we're in now, even just as humans in general,
Still learning.
we're in an evolution process. You know what I mean? Because we watched a lot of people do it that way and this way and that way, and we watched it not work. We watched people be miserable. We watched people get old. We watched people get ill. So through us watching that, just our survival tactics will come out now, innit? You know what I mean? The survival instincts now,
Exactly.
and then you'll start not wanting to live that. You just want your existence to be nice.
Yeah.
So if someone can come and join my existence and we can both enhance each other's existence, that's where I think things have got to. Like even though we ain't fully there yet, that understanding that understanding is becoming more clear than anything. So the conditions within how you're with people, even though sometimes people get into their feelings about I don't know if I can do this. You know that usually on the general they're cool with it because they know that their life is better. You know, like if you can come in someone's life and make their life better, someone can come in your life and have all the conditions you want. They're listening to you. They're doing it exactly how you want to do it, and you just don't feel a certain way, and it's nothing's enhancing in your life. But then, so they're doing everything you want them to do. They do it, but then you just stop feeling them because there's nothing that's enhancing. It's just staying still. If anything, you know, no one's there. But when women have something that's encouraging them, can push them, can like help them meet their dreams, all of these kind of things. That a lot of other things are their understanding is more open.
Okay.
Because they're more willing to compromise with someone that makes their life better, and it's the same as us men.
Oh yeah, I was just about to
You know
say.
what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like as long as you can make someone's life better, the stuff in between, it's crazy to say. It's just irrelevant.
It don't matter.
Yeah, it's irrelevant. Like if someone can make you happy, if you like their conversation, you like their company, and you like all of that, that stuff is worth so much more than having everything your way, being controlling and having it all your way.
Yeah, but I still think that there are certain things that people don't shift on.
As if?
Like cheating.
But again, they do.
Not everybody.
They
That's
do.
what I'm trying to
They
say.
do.
Not
They
everybody.
but it depends on who they're dealing with. That's what I'm saying to you.
No,
Because
but again, this is what I'm trying to say to you. It depends on who you're dealing with, but on both sides, if that makes sense.
But a man cheating is different to a woman cheating. Yeah. So
But again, this is what I'm trying to say to you.
there's already the number of men that there is in this world to how much number of women there is.
Yeah, but the same way you
4
would
men
not-
to each.
But the
there's
same
4
way you
women
would.
to each
No, but
man.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying to you is the same way you wouldn't understand somebody having sex without kissing. It's the same way somebody.
I know,
wouldn't
I understand it. I
what
just
you're
said I
about to
couldn't do it.
explain now.
I know that people do that.
Alright, cool, go on.
And I'm sure that if I was horny enough, I could do that myself. I'm just saying I don't enjoy it that way.
No, I'm not. I'm
more of a-
no, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not a person
talking
that gets that. As I say, maybe
Yeah,
because of.
But I get that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the understanding of somebody. So I'm saying there's somebody who wouldn't understand that the same way you wouldn't understand.
No,
that.
not fully.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Fully,
saying.
no, fully. And I get that. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm just saying that we're at a place where a lot of the things that we say to each other is to more fit a criteria as well. You know, we're like, if no one licked pussy, but everyone was licking pussy.
Yeah.
You know, no one's
Yeah,
there. So
yeah.
like in the room with each other, in a rave, you are licking butt. Yeah. Whatever it is, yeah.
Standard,
So
standard.
I'm saying that.
Yeah.
So my thing is that's the problem with the evolution with us with conversation, because evolution. I'm saying conversation makes people evolve. You know what I mean? So it's like us understanding different levels of each other. And people understanding that, okay, is this how, is that, okay, yeah, no, I understand the right person saying, oh, yeah, do you know what? And saying things that are not usually said, as we usually do, is just more opens people's mind. Not whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, okay,
Which is
but,
always my point.
yeah, but you know what I mean? But it's just like, it's just always be open to other ideas, because that's what life teaches you. You know what I mean? Life teaches you that it's that you, whether you want to control it or not, you're not in control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And as well, I'd just like to put out there that when it comes to matters of the opposite sex, there is no right and wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? It's obviously what works for you at the end of the day. As a wise man once said to me, it's all headache. Just pick the headache that you can take without using aspirin. Do you get what I mean?
Make it work for you.
Exactly.
Because you've got one life to live.
And as well, like I say, it's always something you have to work at, irrespective of however good it is at any one stage. Because
Yeah,
it's all
definitely.
stages. Do you get what I mean? So
Definitely.
again,
And everybody's
said.
unique, so we can't all be the same. So you just have to.
No, we can't all be the same. And the things that we want from each other,
Yeah, can't. No matter how
they-
you try, it's not gonna
yeah,
happen.
they come deep.
Yeah.
They come from deeper within.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, like even that people really underestimate conversation.
yeah,
I
definitely.
know.
You know what I mean? Conversation is one of the biggest.
And I think that's a
parts
lot of
sex.
reason why a lot of people are single, because they're just not having the conversations they're supposed to.
Do you understand?
To get the understanding of each other.
Yeah.
You know, because some people might have a little minimal conversation. Everything's me.
Yeah.
Where do I fit into this?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then all that just a big turn off, and then okay, you're still single.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And then a lot of men are scared of strong women.
Mm.
So when you're scared of strong women, like, how are you gonna get a woman that's gonna be loyal to you? That woman that's being assertive and knows what
gonna
she
be
wants
the
for
one-
herself, and she's telling you no, but this no.
It's gonna be the one that's got
She's
your
gonna be
back
the one
and
that's got your back, but she's gonna be a bit stressful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be a bit stressful, but you feel like the stress is too much.
I'm not sure. I think we've had this conversation before as well. I'm not sure if the stress is too much. I just think that a lot of guys don't like to be vulnerable around women. And women who strip you down and basically make you have to be better, put you in positions where you feel vulnerable. And I don't think guys like to feel vulnerable around women. That's just me. That's just my evaluation of it
And you
from
know,
what I've seen.
vulnerability is one of the strongest things that you can have.
Exactly.
Because-
No, but I know this. That's why I'm saying to you
People
that
don't understand the
I've
word.
seen the resistance
Yeah.
from guys who've
Yeah.
been in good situations.
Yeah.
But it's the resistance comes from not wanting to bear all in front of a woman. Not, do you know what I mean, it's horrible, isn't it? No one wants to stand naked in the
Yeah.
street. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is, isn't it? He has to stand naked in front of her and let her see him in his most vulnerable state, and he can't do that
Yeah.
because he has to keep up the appearance of being, as you put earlier, alpha. Do you get what I mean? So he can't show that, because if he does, then in his mind she'll look at him. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but in his mind she'll see him a different way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
We still
Like,
need to have our
because
words
remember,
as men.
like I said, being vulnerable.
They
Because
feel
no,
like
because
they
remember,
will.
vulnerability
They
is
feel like we'll
weakness.
see them differently, but it won't. To
No,
me,
because
that's-
vulnerability is weakness.
It's not weakness.
In a man's eyes, in
how we
Yeah,
was-
but
how
they
we
need
was-
to
in
get- they
in
need
males,
to let
sorry,
go of
in
that.
males' eyes.
Yeah,
Do
let's put it.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they need
Do
to
you know what I
let
mean?
go of that, because that's what's stopping a lot of relationships
growth, and it creates violence.
Yeah,
When you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable, you're creating yourself to be violent. And violent doesn't mean that you're tough.
exactly. And then they will make that. Yeah, I'm tough because of that.
Yeah.
You need to reverse that.
And
You know, like-
and as well, I just think that when you say the violence, I was gonna say more ignorance, because it's the ignorance that breeds the violence.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? When you
Yeah.
think that way, it's like you need to shut everything down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not open to dialogue.
That's
You're not
it.
open to
Definitely.
anything,
Definitely.
reason or logic or
Yeah.
anything, because it's
I
just
mean, man,
it's just
you
what
see
I'm
guys-
saying.
This is my
Yeah.
movie.
It's
This
just
is
not
how
just
the
what I'm
script is
saying.
going.
It's just what I'm saying.
You're not,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
not
But you
changing
know, a lot of them
anything
ignorant
unless
guys
I
was very
say.
single for a long time. Yeah, like they would go to, again, a lot of men that will go to brothels back in the day. You know, like man, they're trapping so hard that they're going to brothels or whatever they're doing, working so hard to go to brothels. Yeah, so they didn't really get the interaction with women as they should have. So when they do find a girlfriend, you'll see some of the toughest guys. You're not gonna see them for a long time. You don't even see them when he changes.
But that's
life.
another thing that
He's
people
got his
don't really
van
talk.
now. You know what I mean?
That's another thing that people don't really talk about is guys who basically didn't have much experience with women until they got money. We've all had that experience. We all know guys like that
Definitely.
who never had a girlfriend growing up. We don't
Definitely.
ever remember any girls like
Definitely.
really being attracted to them or liking them or
I
whatever the
allowed
case
a
may
lot of
be.
people to lie to me for years, and I didn't even, you know, like I didn't realize they were lying because I just take everyone's word for it. You know, like, oh, you got a gal you're going to see, all right, cool. No one's
Why question it anyway, innit? Like, okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, she's in South. Okay.
Maybe Coventry.
She just never comes down. South is far though. South is far, and you drive, so it makes sense.
it makes sense.
It makes sense. I'm not questioning it because you've gone to those lengths to tell me, so it must be true.
No, it's true, isn't it?
It must be true because you've gone to those lengths to tell me. Because I didn't ask. I never asked.
So-
Not at one stage. You told me you was going up there,
And I didn't even know. So I had to
and
give
you
the spot
volunteered.
that they
That's what I'm
wanna give
saying. Bruv, you volunteered the information, and I was looking at you like, well, South, yeah. I didn't even ask you whereabouts because you just keep saying South, and it's just like, all right, cool, man. Didn't matter where because you got a girl down there. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what a lot of the kids. So a lot of the time I didn't even question it until I, like, maybe there was one gal at the end or something, or someone that you realised that, oh, you was going to her all the time.
Yeah.
Why you was telling me you was going here, there, you going, you just kept going to her, and that guy ended up telling you, yeah, he's always coming here. You're like, right, and you know what I'm saying, just be proud, innit? But
Exactly.
again, that's why we, you know, just for the fact we can
Yeah,
bust joke like that, we didn't even.
But you have to remember though, with men, like, there's a lot of dudes who, like I say, man, they got the in-house chick,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and then they got the chick that they try to par with on road, and the chicks then they actually like, for want of a better word.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dudes who do that, man. That's reality,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
You see them out everywhere, like they're single.
Yeah, I've seen that the
You know what I'm
best
saying?
time.
Because they're not happy with who they're with.
And then two.
I don't
No, they was
like,
never ever happy with it. They
Yeah.
ended up with her.
And
Yes.
it's like, what?
They ended up with her.
When you actually, that's what I said. When you got someone around you, yeah, that you like, especially with females, yeah, you lot will compromise because you actually like the brother, and you know, because again, it doesn't have to be everything that everyone wants it to.
It's
like
the fantasy, bro.
Yeah, it's the, but also
It's the
away
fantasy,
from the
bro.
fantasy, it's the company.
It's the
and
fantasy,
the
bro.
feeling. Yeah, the fantasy
It's
is
the
one
fantasy,
side.
bro. No, it's the fantasy.
The
That's
fantasy's
why.
one side.
They bust it up over there.
Because you're saying they're looking at me side
I'm not. No. I'm just
That's
busting
the
up
fantasy, bro.
You don't know because it is. No, because it is the fantasy. You know it's the fantasy. Listen, we all know how it goes, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying? And the reason why she will stay till the last drop of whatever is because the fantasy.
No.
She's bro.
No.
I'm telling you,
No.
she still believes that one day. Do you get what I'm saying? Because remember, that's what the fantasy was in the beginning.
The fantasy's there, but the fantastic
Bro,
D
I'm telling
will
you.
hold them. You have to get in the fantastic D, and then
Bro,
then you could hold them. If you don't get in the fantastic
bro. You've got chicks who tell you, I don't even know why I'm even letting him come here. I'm not even sleeping with him. Like, literally, like, haven't slept with him and, like, whatever.
lies.
Bro, you think it's... Well, I'm telling you, I'm not asking you now. I'm telling you. But I'm telling you, innit? I'm not asking you.
They're
Do
just
you get what I'm
saying
saying?
that. They might just be saying
Alright, cool. Yeah, just saying that. I'm telling you now, I've even had girls tell me, because remember, you know, once girls start to get a certain way, everything comes out, innit? But the point is I've even had girls tell me, it's not even all that. but they just love this dude. Do you get what I'm saying? So it could be dead, but I love him.
You know what
It's
you said?
him.
You know what he said?
Go on.
They told you that.
What do you mean?
You see, as a woman's telling you that. You know who she wanted?
No.
All right, you didn't even let me. You didn't
Go on,
even let me
go on,
say.
go on, go on,
Did you
go on.
answer the question? Do you know who
Go
she
on, go
wanted?
on. Who?
Who did she want?
No, I'm asking you. Go
What
on.
did you, bruv?
No, but see, that's why. See, I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go into the deepness because you don't even realize.
that I'm right.
No.
If she was telling you, yeah,
She's my cousin.
oh,
If
why
she's
did-
telling me, she's my family member. That's why she's telling me because we're talking.
Okay, I
but
didn't
what
know
I'm
your
saying
cousin,
is
but
that's
I'm
all
saying-
gonna get edited anyway. But the point is, that's what I'm saying. Like you're not hearing what I'm saying to you. I'm telling you something. I'm not asking you
I've
nothing.
had gal.
It don't
Tell
matter
me
about
about-
that, man. You tell me about something else, man. I'm not talking about that. Trust me when I'm telling you something,
No,
innit?
I
I know
hear
what
you,
you're
but
saying.
have you not
No,
had
but you're
gal
talking about a guy.
complain about their
Listen,
man?
I'm not. I don't chat to gal about man. There's
I'm
no
not
gal.
saying
that
you chat to them.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. I'm telling you now. You can tell me about you've had gal tell you and I'm telling you, I don't have no women. There's no woman that's been around me that I talk to about another dude. I don't do that.
No,
but that's
I
just
don't
me.
do that.
No. But like how you was talking about earlier, how you don't kiss and whatever. I'm telling you now, that's me, innit? I don't do that. That's not something that ever happens around me. Do you get what I'm saying? And I wouldn't engage in that. Even if a woman's telling me about a dude and whatever, saying her, he this is that or whatever, I'll just listen.
That's what I'm saying. I
Do you get what I mean?
you're talking.
I'm saying, but what I'm saying to you is if I'm talking to somebody who's departing that type of information upon me, then it's somebody I have a vested interest in. So that person is obviously family or otherwise. Do you get what I'm saying? Which was the reason
I
why.
hear
I
that
said
for you. Now you explain that to me.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have to. That's what was the point I was trying to make.
In general, there's
Yeah.
women that will be like, "Oh, he's this."
And I get that. That's why I was trying to deter you from that whole line of whatever, because I was trying to tell you that that's not the case.
Yeah.
That's my point. And I knew where you was going. That's what I said to you. So you haven't even let me tell you who it is. But anyway, the point I'm making is this, is that with certain dudes, do you get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It's the fantasy that holds the women. Do you know what I'm saying? It's it's the importance they've placed on you, not the importance. Some of these dudes don't even give them no money. See what I'm saying? Some of these dudes, there's nothing going on. In fact, they know all your business. They know your bruck.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? They know
And they
your
will let
real.
that
No, the thing is, they wouldn't. That's the thing, because they place so much importance on you. They're not even going to do that. They're not even going to bubble you up. They're going to keep letting you pretend like you're rich on Instagram. Do you get what I'm saying? They're not even going to hot up your business. Do you get what I'm saying? Because remember, they're the ones keeping you afloat, you know? Do you know what I mean? Because they're so interested in you keeping that facade because they know that keeps you happy and they want you to be happy, but they just want to be standing next to you while you're happy. Do you get what I mean? But that's the bit that never happens. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like I said, going back to what I was saying earlier, a lot of the women, the dudes that they put the importance on or they love or what they're attracted by, which is what I was mentioning when I was saying about the doting father. I wasn't saying that there isn't women who don't appreciate that or who don't love to see that or who don't place importance on that in a man. What I'm saying is that dude ain't drawing gal. Not because he's standing there with 2 kids. I'm talking about that dude. Do you get what I'm saying? Like what you said another time when you said, "Oh, would you go out with a deacon?" Do you get what I mean? You're like, "Oh no, he had to have a bit of gangster." That's my point. That dude with the sweater on, like, do you get what I mean? With the baby seat in the back.
Yeah, that's a bit drastic, isn't it, Deacon? Like, come on.
No, but
Can
what I'm
deacons
saying,
even
no,
have
but,
any-
no, but what I'm saying is the doting father,
Yeah.
the 2021 male. Do you get what I'm saying? That dude, you know, who you said it many times, who does everything, you know, who he's not that attractive, mate. He ain't that attractive.
I would beg to differ.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'll still differ
okay,
on
cool.
that too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go into it, man. Go into it, man. You just can't just say, "Oh, I differ."
You
Okay,
see,
cool. Go on.
when you say attraction, attraction, it means attraction, isn't it? It doesn't mean a lot of different things. It means attraction, and sometimes that's what people are looking for. So what people are looking
The
for.
majority are looking
Yeah.
for that.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're
So
not
like-
finding that, and you just find the ones that are.
Yeah, the one that the
Then
Raven,
one's
Raven,
left, the Raven
crew,
lot, yeah, just-
everything you're saying, the Raven crew, yeah, cool. But there's a lot of women that are not part of that kind of that you know what I'm saying, that group of people anymore. You know what I mean? There's a lot of women that that respect the things, because a lot of women that had bad man early, you know,
Right.
us, like
Yeah.
we would have had like
From
certain
school
gal
or
early, you know what I mean? Like,
something. Yeah.
we can have these conversations because we because
secondary
of our
school, college.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can, as much as we're talking very bossy and we're talking like this because of our experience.
Yeah.
I know that I'm talking to a man of experience and a man that's had experience with females. If we lacked experience, we wouldn't be able to have this conversation.
Mm.
And that's where I'm like, yeah, it's the experience which makes you appreciate people for different things. You know, like there'll be a time where you appreciate people for the ignorant things. You know what I mean? But experienced people, and you know what? And sometimes the realest people, they've always had someone real in their life. You know what I mean? Whether it was mumsy, grandma, auntie, even the one woman that was very real in their life. And when they meet someone that reminds them of that person, you know what I'm saying to you? Like, it draws them in a different way. That's when now this person has a different control. Or that's when, man, that, you know, you've seen them. You know, like even you know, like, when you start getting, oh shit, you know what I mean? Oh, man, this person's actually moving me. If you know what I'm saying, like, whereas like the majority of people are like, it's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Just,
But again, like we said, most people go on attraction, and the first form of it is usually physical. So what I'm saying is that we're still talking from a very personal point of view, which is basically like, what does it for us at this point in our life?
no, I'm
'Cause,
saying
like,
that when you have someone to relate to, you know, like if a girl just reminds you of mumsy, it might be just something that matter that reminds you of mumsy.
yeah. What I'm saying to you is
That's
what I'm saying to you,
Having
what I'm
like
saying to you is when you was
conversations with like
18. What
women
I'm saying
as
to you is when you
well,
was
they
18.
do say that though. Having conversations with women, they do want that guy. They don't want the raving guy.
Yeah.
They do want the fatherly figure guy, affectionate guy, the one that's gonna do all the right things, kind of thing,
Protect her, like more that side, like right,
and enhance her as
cares
well.
about
And
the females, like he does care.
yeah,
You know, like, except when you sit down with people and as I say, you understand that. That's why I say a lot of us think we know what we want from each other, and then when we actually sit down with each other as opposite sex, we realise that we got it totally twisted. We got it so twisted. We're living with the old school kind of ways and think in terms of thinking that way we was taught, but then we're living in a new school world.
Okay. So if that is the case, then because we always have to generalize, unfortunately, we don't like to, but we have to.
Yeah.
If that is the case, then generally, are we seeing this coming together that we're talking about?
Yeah, I believe we are.
We are.
it's getting there, slowly but surely.
You know, even like you say,
You know.
your conversations, the things that you say, the Kevin Samuels, they're like, these things are, like, I feel like we're one body. As much as we all different body, you know, like we're one body. So we all kind of come into the same awakening at the same time. Maybe some of us are higher in a different, you know what I mean, in the place of it. Some of us are in a different place. But when it comes to knowledge, yeah, it's something that sometimes it's like, whether it's right or wrong, you know what I mean? But if it's sometimes something resonates with you, it's always gonna change and there's very little people that have conversations like this. I do a few different podcasts, and it's not
Because
I
there
don't
is
get a
quite
conversation like this. You know what
like
I'm saying? So
last year and this year has been quite a few weddings as well.
Weddings,
you know, because it's
exactly.
like this situation's got people actually. What am I waiting for? Like,
yeah,
you're ready for me, I'm ready for you. Let's do this, and
exactly.
you know,
Even
and
like
it's
I
grounded
don't, last time I'm
people a
gonna
lot.
plug him, Kevin Samuels. Yeah, just watching those things and watching how much women come on the show and have the things that they think, and he can break them down with the same thing that he breaks them down with. Yeah, and knowing that there's been enough people to come on there that shows you that it represents a big number of women and how they think. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter where they are, but it's just like similar thinking to how a lot of people think. Yeah, maybe that's generally in America, but just from how they're thinking, you can kind of make some sort of like understanding of how people, you know, women are thinking in certain ways. So it's like there's a lot of conversations, there's a lot of podcasts here, there's a lot of podcasts, you know what I mean, in different places. And that's why there's so many podcasts and people are so interested in conversation over movies. You'd rather watch a conversation than watch a movie. We've been sitting here talking for like 2 hours, but I guarantee you there's been people that watched it right to the end.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think as well with the whole conversation around it. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, men, women, yes. On one hand, we could look at it and say, women sexually, I'm trying to tie it back into your freedom of speech, but you say but freedom of speech, by the way, which is sexually and speech-wise, could probably be a little bit more overt with their sexuality
Yeah.
and free.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Whereas men would probably have to rein it in for numerous reasons.
Definitely. And that's
You know what I
now.
mean? And that's now.
Remember, if we went back to even like we're even when we say that we're 40 in our 40s or whatever, that's 40, yeah. Within that 40 years, we remember when we was younger, how they wasn't allowed to do certain things.
Yeah.
It wasn't allowed to be overt. I remember how big Madonna was.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't allowed to watch Madonna.
Even then, we haven't even touched on the sexual shaming
Yeah.
that goes on with women.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's a whole nother episode. Isn't it?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. There's loads of stuff. I've been a little bit withdrawn because I wasn't expecting to go on this subject, and there's loads of stuff I wanted to say that I'm not gonna say. But yeah. So like, we didn't touch on sexual shaming.
Princess come back next time.
Yeah, we didn't touch on sexual shaming.
Reinforcements next time, Princess.
Yeah, come on, man.
On your side,
I need some backup, ladies. Come on, back up, because these guys
again,
are
like
just...
I say, I could have gone full 10 toes down, but I didn't. I didn't. We held back.
It's been a very good conversation because again, it's just, all of us got different opinions on different things, and that's what I think is good.
Well, I don't think I even gave my opinion on anything.
No, you didn't give your opinion on what you think cheating is, or
No.
Yeah, I'll show you.
No. I never give my opinion. The only thing I gave my opinion on today was what was it? I was telling you something.
The lady thing, innit?
What's that?
When ladies don't want men, the fatherly figure of men not attracted to them.
That wasn't my opinion.
Yeah,
Okay.
she didn't like that though.
I don't know whether you like it or not. It's not my opinion. But that wasn't. I was telling you something. Literally telling you something.
Okay.
Oh, I can't even remember now. It's really bad, brain freeze. But yeah. But that's the only thing I gave my opinion on, because I said to you, that's how I am. Oh, when I was saying about, came back to me in the end. When I was saying about talking to a woman and her talking about a man and me engaging in talking about a man to a woman, I said that's not something I do.
Okay.
That's just me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only time I said anything about me and my opinion, how I feel personally about anything.
Yeah.
But outside of that, like I said before, as I always get out, my disclaimer is I just ask the questions.
What's the longest you guys have been in a relationship?
Me? 17 years.
Wow. You?
Me?
Longest?
10 years, I think.
Yeah, I'm the same. 10 years.
10, yeah. Probably a little bit over, but
Yeah,
I'm terrible. I'm terrible with dates, man. There's probably someone out there right now going, 12! 12, you bastard! You don't even remember me. I do remember, but I'm just terrible with dates, you know what I mean, man. Give or take, it was a decade or so, you know what I mean?
Well, we're all, I think we're all qualified to have this conversation. Just so that the people know. Under 10s. When you go 10 and more, you're qualified.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Well, like I say,
5, you're getting there.
Yay and nay. I mean, you can talk about relationships to a degree, but I mean, some people walk straight into a relationship from the time they're 15, 16 and get groomed. Yeah. So what kind of relationship did you really have?
No, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? So to say you had experience or you know this or you know that, you don't even know yourself, mate. You're gonna need about 5 years just to know who you are.
That's why you said you need the 10 plus, innit? That's what you said.
Yeah.
Because that's a good point.
Do you get what I'm saying to you?
So that's why I say 5 years.
No,
I think you need a bit more.
Yeah, 5 years. You can do 5 years.
5 years is in a blink.
No, but what I'm saying is,
look, we've been locked down for 2.
You might have been with somebody for 25 years, but like I said, you might have met them straight out of school, and they might have had you pinned down like a. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that's good because you never had no options. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, like I said, good or bad, if you was to come out of that, you don't know nothing.
Do you need to?
You didn't when you was in it. You do now. You're out.
Yeah, alright, I hear that. Yeah.
You didn't when you was in it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like being with your missus. You don't need to know how to draw a chick. Why do you need to know how to draw a chick? You got a chick. You got your missus right there, innit? We need to know that. So you don't need to know how to go out on the pool and know what the one-liner is that gets all the and what the tune is and the dance. You don't need to know that.
And that's what's dangerous as well. When you lose that charisma,
no,
you can lose your missus.
But that's my point to you when I said to you about what's attractive about the doting dad and the rah rah rah, because that guy there ain't got the one line. Usually, Usually, I'm just going by the quote unquote, you know, the generic, you know, like I said, the jumper and the rah rah rah, the Argyle sweater or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Dad with the they look like Adidas, but they're just some no name. You understand? That dude ain't drawing gal, bro. Don't tell me, bro. I'm telling you, innit? It's not attractive.
She finished him, innit?
You love what he's doing. You love that about him. But if he could just be that 6'5" guy with dreads. Remember the guy I told you about earlier? The guy with the dreads that I fantasized about. If he could just be him who loves the kids like that, can he just love the kids like that, please? And even if he don't, can I just pretend he will one day until he disses me so hard I have to just tell my brethren that I'm done with him because he just... You know what I'm saying? You know that time when he went to Trinidad on... that's how we went to Trinidad on holiday and his brethren stole your passport. Remember that time there and you got stranded? Remember that time? Yeah, okay, cool. But anyway...
And they went missing for 2 days.
Hey, with your rental. Remember your rental car? And then you find out he was with his baby mother driving down the... Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, because that's what they do, just use certain foreign gear for the... No, I'm joking. But anyway, seriously, fun and joke aside. I don't know if I am on route anymore, man. The last few, I feel like I've gone off the route, but I'm trying to veer back on course. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully one day I will find the path once again. But yeah, hopefully you found something informative in there somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened, but yeah.
It worked, man. It worked. It always does.
Well, you know, same old. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. Big up Jay, Princess.
Thank you for having me again.
Big Mac Truck, you done no bit editing there. Thanks, for you.
Jay.
Agent X, Black Yoda, En Route to Clarity, The Draw Out, we out. Woo! Dislike, unfollow, unsubscribe. Brat.